mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Run for cover, you'll discover some will thrive and others suffer. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Ooh, don't wait, don't hesitate. Better speak the truth, let it resonate and let it detonate and get blown away till you keep on rising to a higher place. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop coming till we hit the top. Gotta keep pushing till the day I make it. Since they won't give it to me, then I got to take it. The pain today is power tomorrow. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running. Cause I won't bow down. No matter what they say, I wouldn't do it any other way. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running. Cause I won't bow down. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Not enough to keep us smothered. Lower class, never the upper. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of.
Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. It's your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. I'm your werewolf, and tonight is that special night.
Bum chicka wow wow.
Demerit.
Okay.
We're celebrating that usual night where either you are single or you're a couple. You know what the night tonight is, and it's Valentine's Day. We're going to talk about Valentine's. We're going to talk about romance and couples and stories and fiction and where is it gone, or is it ever going to come back? Because we are sorely lacking of that in most media of late. And I'm talking about real romance. I'm talking about the ones where you got the dashing fellow that is so daring and audacious that you have the very wily woman that has this very guarded disposition to not fall in love, and they end up coming together even though they're on opposing differences, or they're share something in common, or they're united by a conflict, which usually brings them together in the end, especially under disastrous circumstances or even very outlandish, exaggerated circumstances, right?
Right.
I'm here with the expert in that angle, the lovely Leia plus size.
Good evening, everybody. This is Leia plus size, your lovely lady of valor, and I hope that your day was a wonderful day for Valentine's Day for either your significant other or maybe love for family, maybe love for an art form, song, dance, whatever. It's a day about love, and I'm glad you're here for this conversation. Ought to be a good one, so glad you joined us.
We have the data gatherer, the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good evening, morning, or afternoon, everyone. This is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Real Millennials. Hope you all having a good rest of your night, especially early on this day of love.
The odd one out of our bunch, the humblest of writers, Humble Marty.
Hello, I'm Humble Marty and I write things.
So, I'm sure our lovely Leia Val has a lot of words to say on such a topic tonight.
Well, I feel why not talk about like how romance was handled like back then, and in comparison to how it's being handled nowadays. So Leia, would you? Hey, but Leia, would you regale us? And also to our lovely audience on how romance was handled back in the day, like within the various mediums of entertainment.
Well, they handled better, much, much better than now. I say the peak of romantic movies or comedies was really in the 90s. We had some early ones before. We had a few in the 80s. you
In
know,
the
but the
70s.
90s and the 70s, but the 90s we really had a peak in a romance. Now, it could come in any category. It could be a romantic comedy. It could be romance in a fantasy. I think of Arwen and Aragorn. In science fiction, I think of Leia and Han. And
Well, technically, Star Wars is science
yeah,
fantasy, not pure science fiction.
you're right. You're right. Yeah, you could be there. Yep.
Sure cook.
Or Sarah Connor and
Oh,
and Connor Reese. So we've had romance in over different genres, and they were most handleable then because we're still talking about them today, and that's the beauty of it. And we don't have that now. And what's missing is how can I say this is a woman who falls in love with a nice, a strong, masculine, and I'm going to say it, masculine man, and the woman is feminine. She may have her own independence, but not too independent enough that it scares her away from love and falling in love with a man. And I just think back then we had better storytelling of romances, like the ones I just mentioned as an example. Or you could say, it's funny you mentioned that with Disney tonight. The noise. Oh, tonight. I think on their site or on their channel, they were lining up what to pay attention to romance, and I found it very interesting that they only talked about their early animated films and not any of their live action because Disney has gotten away from romance. Disney does not do the romantic films; they're only in the classic films. Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella.
the
You know, Beauty,
Aristocats.
the Aristocats. These are just things that have come off my head, but you can mention it. Beauty and the Beast, of course. So I hope I answered that question, but it was just done handedly when you had heterosexual man
Hmm.
and woman. Uh, you could do go different tropes. You can go star-crossed lovers if you like, or you can do well. The one you could do the got two lovers and I don't know which one to choose. That's a trope I hate the least.
The love
But
triangle.
yeah, the love triangle. Yeah. Oh,
Well, if it's handled poorly, that is.
yeah. If it's written poorly. But it was just more wonderful back then. And I was thinking about it today because most of the romantic movies that I watched were older stuff because we're lacking it heavily these days.
Well, you're not entirely well. You're not entirely. You're not wrong. Well, yeah, and it is an issue that we're still experiencing, but creators are actually putting in the effort of actually bringing romance back into the various mediums of fiction, not just in films. Films. I mean, you see it. I mean, the most recent example would be K-pop Demon Hunters with Rumi, of course, as well as.
Genu.
Thank you, Gino. Should not be
Look, man,
blanking
if you're
out on
gonna
his
name
name.
couples, you gotta name their names together. You can't just be individualizing them.
Nope. Hey, man. Hey, it was brief. It was brief, but
I know.
anyway, the most recent example will be Rumi and Ginu of K-pop Demon Hunters, and even like the couple is still Blade. Like that's an example like of a healthy romance.
I
Oh
would
yeah, we
agree.
definitely have to just we gotta drop that real fast.
Hmm.
The sidestepping of healthy romances and more popularization and fetishization of toxic romances. In fact, toxic romances come with another title to itself. These are not even relationships. These are more, as people call them nowadays, situationships, which is so
True.
dumb in itself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't
Why
get
would it be
that.
a situationship? It might as well not be. All these weird ass names that they want to call things just so they don't want to have the. It's a very childish. You got to call for what it is. It's a very very childish point of view, po- perpetuated by adults, mind you.
Eh,
Yep.
Let me finish my thought real quick before y'all
oh, I
interject.
know, I know. I'm just
It's a very childish view perpetuated by adults that are trying to hide the fact that they're too embarrassed to want to call things a relationship or even a coupling, or you don't want to call your partner your lover, your bae or whatever. You want to call them your partner now.
Eh,
And it's all and the, from what I've seen and from many YouTube podcasts and many discussions, especially amongst the comments and hell, even among my peers and groups here and there, it's really it's one caused by the advent of gay marriage and gay relationships they're trying to mutinate and deform hetero relationship and heteronormative terms and words now to completely erasure what's normal, what we used to deem normal in our society.
aren't they also kind of neutering themselves because they also use those same words? And if you get rid of what would be normal for one relationship, you're actually causing a chain reaction, getting rid of the stuff for all the other relationships.
Point taken right there, humble.
I
Where am I
want
even going with this? I'm going with this. It's both real life and fantastical, and eventually, if we keep it up, it's going to erode and erase away anything within our media to the point where those viewing it are never going to know that this stuff exists
oh
if it
the
persists,
most sorry.
if it continues to persist and perpetuate this nonsense. And that's not to say gays are not allowed to date or are allowed to couple, and nor am I advocating to get rid of whatever rights that they think that they can demand or even believe in. You know, my thing is this: why it came at the expense of getting rid of what we had or what we have? Why does it always have to come at that expense, especially in our media?
Well, I think
Because they want what that other thing has.
Go ahead, Leia.
no, it's not online with your topic. Along with toxic relationships, I also think we're getting more lust than we're getting love. You know what I
We
mean?
had that in
Yeah,
space.
we're getting more lust than than
Oh
we're
yeah,
getting
Spencer, we had that
love.
too. We had a lot of that, even with regular relationships and regular romance. We've had a lot of that. Tijuana Bibles and IKEA as Fiona Wolf, a colleague of ours, calls it. What did she call it? Humble or Dom?
Torso books.
Well, not just, well. That's what they're called. But
Movie
what is she?
book.
What she called the pornographic romance in a lot of these torso books? What's it called? IKEA what? IKEA porn or some shit like that. I always
Yes.
forget what she always called it that.
Um,
Easy
I
symbol.
I've seen the other type of erasure where, oh boy, when I was stocking shelves at different stores, one of the things they had wanted to get rid of was literally the book covers advertising half naked people on them.
Huh.
There was a gay romance book that snuck through the censors because it looked like a drawing style you would have seen off of Tumblr. Not the Tumblrina meme one, the
Hmm.
nicer one, but it was all innocent puppy love stuff. But it did not sell well because it's like you look at the book, oh, this looks great. Oh, pictures. Nah, gotta pass on that. But the spicier ones, they just went with graphic art covers instead of literal like scandalous book scandalous book covers. I mean, yes, some stuff might have a rating system, but the only way someone will actually pay attention to whether something has a sex scene or not is when there is a hint of sex on the cover.
Okay.
I know that is the weirdest thing out there, but it was something when Wolf was talking about the dismantling of the other tropes, which is actually popular among all the genres because they end up saying, I don't like this. What if it's my thing on the cover? What if it's me? What if it's this? And I'm looking at this and it ended up reminding me of this was like something I was a thing on the wall. You end up getting the Karen activist ends up going to therapy with the drill sergeant.
Uh-uh.
And that's how crazy it ends up being because on one side, yeah, you erase a lot of stuff, but then on the other side, they end up in their own little bubble because lots of people, if they don't like what they read or they don't like what they see, they quietly drop it and they quietly leave and go somewhere else. That's where lots of niche communities come from, actually. And when they start going public in general, and you could tell when someone's been too niche for too long, they sound like they're speaking a different language and someone's like, what does that even mean? Okay, I
What
finished
kind
with
of
grade
stuff are
two.
you looking at? Have you ran into of late?
Book talk.
Jeez.
That's
One of
This was
their
book talk?
arguments, and I rarely contacted them, was they didn't want scandalous book covers. Yet
Mhm.
they read a lot of scandalous books, and you end up finding them when you're just flipping through like YouTube shorts and stuff.
Oh, you're talking about a hypocrite. Gotcha.
A little bit, yeah. And the other part I found out is when they're trying to dismantle something, you actually add to the mess because you've now got more words to make up more situationships and explain things. And the one who has to deal with it all ends up having to be the therapist who deals with the people who don't use fiction as therapy. It is a
Got a lot of
very interesting conversation you do not want to be privy to because somewhere that has private information that someone's not allowed to talk about.
I don't even know if I have to put it together what she's talking about.
Oh, okay. Long story short, I just seen a bunch of stuff, and that's like my brain rot in a nutshell.
Uh,
And
Yeah.
and I already know there's actually one book at least that has the austere lady, the masculine guy going with feminine gal, and every romance rivalry out of the was it was called The Dragon's Fiance, and it was in the Cultivator novels, and it was something my dad discovered because he's also been watching the Hallmark movies.
oh boy. Seems that's the only thing that is still holding up to the traditional romance is
I would
Hallmark
agree.
and Hallmark series. Just
I
basically
would,
Hallmark in general.
I would agree, and that's why they're still
No,
very
no, not just
popular.
Hallmark, but Netflix as well.
Are you
Hallmark.
I
sure,
haven't
man?
seen a good. I haven't
Are
seen a
you
good one
sure
on.
you're just
And
not watching
Susie.
Hallmark?
And we do have some new tropes coming out, like the wholesome old married couple. I
Mm-hmm.
think those are coming up in a few French films.
Go on, Lay. What were you gonna say?
I was going to tell Dom, and I'll let him respond. I really haven't seen, from my memory, a recent uphold of a traditional romance on Netflix, except again, going back viewing films or TV shows that included romance in them. Like the biggest one I think recently for me, and Wolf knows this, has been Outlander, and that one is a pure romance that I love. That has just worked for me, and why I think the show is they're into their final season now. But I think that's why the reason the show lasted 8 seasons, because and so for me, but if for Netflix, I haven't seen too much that's recent, but mostly things that are older that give us the classic romance that I like to see.
The
To
thing is,
be. Mm,
the thing is,
yeah,
another thing. Why is it so hard to find anything on Netflix that has a traditional romance? Is the fact that not only if you do come across a movie or a show that does have a traditional romance, you still gotta get through some of the new modern humor and tropey what you call it, just
Trope,
tropey,
speech, dialogue.
Diatribe.
well, tropey entertainment, let's go with that, tropey
Okay.
entertainment to sift through
Oh.
to get what you want. Cobra Kai at least has the is another show I would like to highlight that does still do traditional romance, even though there are some instances of same sex romance in that show, but they don't really highlight it d- deeply or intimately enough. I will say, though I have not gone through the whole entire season yet. I've only went through two, maybe three seasons of this show. Sex Education kind of has that. It should, because it is definitely says it on the tin what it's supposed to be about. But there are definitely romances in there here and there, and it's the only show that I know that actually does have semblances of healthy gay romance in that one,
Hmm.
instead of just these,
Lust things.
yeah, sort of speak. I will have to rewatch it just really confirm my critique of that, because
Hmm.
it's been it's been a while since sorry my words. Wow, I ain't take no mess on this one either. What's wrong with me? No, but like where I'm coming from is early in the show with Sex Education. Um, I can't really recall if any of the relationships that formed in those episodes of that series were either healthy or very transformative in what they wanted to depict, which one they wanted to depict positively and which one they wanted to depict negatively, or whichever ones they wanted to depict the drawbacks of, or the perks to it. You know, they were flip flop. Let's just say that, and that's why I can't really put my think. I can't really confirm if anybody's seen that show.
Night.
I've never watched it, so I can't comment.
It's
I,
probably a
I
show
got
that's
something
not
on it.
for you, Leia, because granted, it still has the trappings of adults pretending to be teenagers in
Yeah,
that
that's
show,
right.
but they look very teenage like, and it's basically you're just watching, young adult romance and young adult lust on screen, and it's like you question whether you're comfortable enough to watch what you're seeing on the screen, because they're
Hmm.
supposed to be teenagers, you know, and you're not supposed to, you should not be feeling comfortable watching that at all,
Ew.
Well,
especially gay romance for that matter too. It's like, and I think that's where I had to stop right then and there because there was so much stuff that was going on that was way too showy, too gratuitous.
I bet.
Ouch.
I bet.
It also, and I think you wouldn't like it because it stars the recent Doctor on there, and like I said, I hate the fact that his career is tanking because I liked him in Sex Education. He was fun to watch in Sex Education. He was like the next, um, he was the next Lafayette for me because
Eh,
Lafayette was the most entertaining thing in True Blood.
I I'd been honestly, the thing I'd been getting into as far as romance goes was my wife is a giant owl.
Yeah, there's been a
Doesn't
lot of
exactly sound romantic, but I guess I fit
Oh,
my.
it kind of is. You've got basically you've got this Portuguese guy. This he's dating this lady who is very mature, very sweet. She just happens to be a giant owl monster. She could shapeshift into like a giant owl monster.
there's a
And the
lot
part
of
that makes it funny is she's
yeah.
mature and he's a bit of an airhead. Like they had one comic where they showed when they proposed and she did the proposing, she did the little engagement ring and the cake, and the guy's like, "Yes, Mr. Cake, I will marry you." And his brother just hits him on the back of his head. It's like, that was from your girlfriend, you
What she's
knuckle.
getting across is there's been quite a popular trend of monster coupling of late.
Uh, I read a lot of monster romance. I mean, the one thing that's not monster romance that I have read was My Crybaby Neighbor.
And we will not judge you for that.
No, that one's actually cute though. It has a divorcee. She had a rough past relationship and she had gotten saved from a lech at the beginning of the comic by a guy who happened to be an office worker. And they were next door neighbors.
Swinging
That
back
is.
to swinging back to the whole romance and media. Like you bring up the old school romance, especially the 90s. Um, let's get into the sections of how the romance has shifted when with time being the factor, like the 1600s and and and, and onwards. You know, the lady role was to fall in love with a man. You know, we
Huh.
start off with that, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Then the pulp fiction came in during the 60s and 70s, right? Or
Yep.
50s.
Yes. Yeah.
And you still got
Wait, Pulp?
pulps, yeah.
No. The Pulp Fiction is like made their debut in the 20s.
Far back.
From the
Jesus.
20s to the 40s.
Or that far forward actually. Sorry.
Oh, there was even Argosy magazine. I think even had like their own romance magazine. I think.
Yep.
Bottom line is pulp came in women I'm gonna talk about women in fiction specifically. But women were getting a bit more sophisticated as time goes by. And you know, they still were in the damsel role, but that didn't make them any less desirable or
Well,
interesting.
well, very much. And just as a quick correction, really with the Pulps, they even like they actually made their debut in 1896, so way before the 20s. But
Ah,
the bottom line is like when the Pulps like came to be like after 1896. So it's like female characters actually were written were not in the ways that the SJ hobos and the feminists would want to sell people of how they were
Let me
portrayed
go
in
into
fiction.
detail, please.
the SJs and the feminists have
Well
their
they
own version
well
of
you're
stuff.
not wrong. both of you guys are not wrong. It's the fact that the reason why they're doing this is because they really are trying to take attention away from that kind of media because they know that people who will consume that media are going to enjoy that. It's also
Mm-hmm.
going to give them a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging, a sense of will, and a sense of bravery and challenge,
Yep.
and even and a sense of overcome. And they
They
don't
s-
want that because
they
if they have that, that's that's their fuel, that's their power source, that's their energy, that's their lifeblood. They're taking away
wait,
that from both men and women.
wait. A
Yep.
social justice warrior's lifeblood is to basically be the fun police.
Pretty much.
Not just the fun police, but also like enacting censorship and political correctness.
Well, the thing is, like I said, the sole purpose is to destroy the will of the people who are willing to take action in life,
Mm-hmm.
who are inspired by these stories to take action in life. That's why there's such a high percentage of apathy in society
And
today.
cynicism.
Mostly apathy, but you're correct, Don. It's mostly centered around apathy. People are very apathetic, and we all know why. It's because they're destroying images and icons. They're recontext well, not necessarily recontextualizing. They're retelling the history and the legends. They're trying to tell us or lie to us rather that our legends and our and our heroes are not as noble as we would like to think, which in some cases they are true.
The saddest part
But in
is
others, not so much.
the saddest part is that got to be so prevalent that when, I don't know, some video games decided to play their romances straight, they ended up being the plot twist. They almost expected the normal girl to be the plot twist villain, and it ended up being the crazy girl that ended up being the plot twist
Well,
villain.
Which
we
last time I checked, like back in our day, and even before our generation, originally that was essentially like the norm. Instead, before like they just suck these guys want to like tear down like like the traditional norms.
let's let's sidestep real fast to talk about the holiday itself. I was surprised when I was on a fruitless little trek down the street. I was surprised to see a huge number of people getting Valentine's Day gifts. After 2 years, maybe even more, way back,
Mm-hmm.
they were trashing Valentine's Day. People were trashing Valentine's Day. There were loveless people who were bitching and moaning about not having a love life, let alone not having a partner or questioning where the good man. And we're still dealing with it today. Don't get it twisted. We're still getting those types today. We're still getting a whole lot of people asking that still. But I was surrounded, nearly surrounded by people looking for gifts to buy for their significant others, or people walking down the street with their significant others with their gifts.
I think that was like one of the best things to happen within the 2020s.
And the thing is, way back when, before this year, 2 years ago, I hardly ever saw people running around grabbing stuff or running in and out of places getting flowers and gifts and stuffed animals and the like.
I think living through a world changing event tends to make your needs come into perspective.
That or they were probably just too ashamed to do so, or a lot of the prevent excuse me, the percentage of divorces were skyrocketing between those years. But like my goodness, man, I was really surprised to see a whole lot of people running around getting gifts, carrying gifts, buying gifts, and walking hand in hand with their significant others. But you are correct, humble. You're very correct. The world changing event has been a turning point for everybody, and if nothing else, it has strengthened us too.
One other
And
thing. Oh, sorry.
but it's not yet. We're not at a point where we can completely say we're back to normal just yet.
It's
We're
still
not there
healing.
because we still gotta have. The only way I could say we could have normalcy again is when we're starting to see a back surgence or a resurgence of traditional romance comedy. And I'm not saying just plain hetero
Mhm.
either. I'm talking about I'm talking about romances that even both gays and like can enjoy too. Because in the early 2000 early 2010s, we were getting a surge of positive same. I'm highlighting this stuff just to say that not everything was bad, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Are you following
Right.
me?
Mm.
Mhm.
We're still following you.
We were getting really good romantic comedies between same sex individuals as well, like Love Simon and
Or even before that, the Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane playing
Birdcage.
like a gay couple.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
what I'm saying is we were getting very prolific media of that caliber today, like during the early 2010s. Around that time, we were also getting the one Black Mirror episode that ended on a positive ending, which was San Junipero. Um, yeah, so it's like we were getting a whole lot of good, what well made, positive gay romances. But I'm a Cheerleader was another one, you know, and dare I say it, Bound was another one. It was few, it was far, it was, and I'm not even gonna throw Thelma and Louise in it because that was toxic. I don't like that movie now.
Thelma and Louise.
I used to enjoy that movie as a kid, but looking at it, and I was like, ooh, that is mm.
Mm.
It's like I hope we never ever see that depiction of gay lovers ever again. That
That
was
one
horrible.
happens a lot.
That
Oh,
another thing is it perpetuates the terrible message that was also being pampered out in the mid 2010s as well, creeping into the 2020s along there, which is straight romance didn't work. Well, why? Well, have you ever tried a gay romance this time? I really hate that.
well, you're certainly not the only, certainly not the only one.
Well,
Well, because
for
like
one,
if
I hate I hate it because it basically says that it basically gives this false dichotomy of not dichotomy this false telling of the gays only want sloppy seconds or leftovers or they're out to turn your ex lover gay. I'm gonna get you in final. Don't worry. As a matter of fact, the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Welcome,
welcome
final.
final.
You're right precisely as you mean to.
We've just
But
started.
I'm on a thought here.
Yeah, just
Okay.
go on, finish your thought.
I'm 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 highlighting this because there is positive gay romances out there. Like I said, sorry, that was a very prolific movie. I have not seen it myself, mind you. No intend to because that's just high school romance and a lot of that's targeted towards an audience that I'm not a part of.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Now I wish we could get a balance between hetero and same sex. You know,
Mm.
I kind of think
that's all I'm
you get
asking
the
is a balance.
I think you kind of get the messy stuff first before you get the balance. It's
Yeah,
kind of a
yeah.
growing pain.
You can never have nice things.
Not well, adding on to your point, like not even like gay people. People like they don't like the forced diversity as well as like how
Hmm.
straight romances and straight people like have been like portrayed like in fiction like which really like started like in like the late 2000s. Well, not even the late 2000s, but at the end of the early
Mm.
10s and the mid 2010s. No, like
Y-
they don't like they make it loud and clear like they don't like that, and they actually want to see because they actually love straight relationships and not just relationships that features like just them. And whenever they say that or otherwise, they're immediately excommunicated by their own peers.
Yeah,
It's because of straight relationships is why they pursue relationships in the first place.
yeah,
It's one of the reasons why they're together in the same sex relationship is because of straight relationship. You know, a lot of things is
Hmm.
usually happen through osmosis, through inspirations
Hmm.
and aspirations from something that was different from the other.
Yep.
Well, I think the healthiest creative environment is when everyone creates like their own thing and there's more than one thing out there, so you can actually look at different types of media and get different kinds of ideas. That's like
Exactly.
a common writing practice, to just read something outside of your wheelhouse.
Since time immemorial.
yeah. And the thing is, um,
Do it final.
the whole thing with a lot of the gays that actually do like this some of the straight stuff, they know the gays are in the minority because that's really what a lot of the homosexuals are. They are a minority for a reason. Because if they were the majority, we probably would not be here right now. Possibly all humanity would die out instantly. So then,
Hmm.
and so the ones that are like either fetishizing the identity of being a homo or a bi or some other sexuality that they created that just doesn't exist, or just wanting to push that so badly, just they're not even doing those people they claim to defend any favors, regardless of whatever political affiliation, race, or even sexual orientation or sexual preference. Heck, even
Those
like we covered this before, like sorry, Humble, like with
Hang
Luke
on.
Evans, who dude himself is gay, but he keeps all that stuff private.
True.
Yes.
Well, two more examples. That was like Neil Patrick Harris and Sir Ian McKellen,
Hmm?
who like for years like nobody knew like were gay, until like later on. But as you mentioned earlier, much like with Luke Evans, they kept that to themselves. So it's
Yeah,
because it's their private life, and they've been playing characters who are straight for decades.
yeah. Heck, even with content creators that are conservative gays, because those are conservative gays out there, like even they don't even want to see some of like even they're disgusted by with some of the stuff that the crazies just keep pushing, and rightfully so.
Oh, but not let's not forget they with the with sensible gays is they really don't like it when they see like their favorite characters having to be straight suddenly suddenly turn into some type of gay, okay, by a majority of today's quote unquote creators.
Yeah,
yes,
and I was about
the
to, and I was
mm,
so again sorry to cut into Humble, but I
no, you're
just had a
okay.
thought, after what Wolf has been saying earlier before I came in here, that these guys, the crazies, want to just destroy everything that we like, anything that's our lifeblood, even though that's also the very thing that gives the crazies their own lifeblood, ironically, or unironically rather. And yet they just want to destroy that because it's not them, because the world does not revolve around them. And and the
For the sake
tragic
of the
part
word,
is they
they
know
really
they,
want the human race to go extinct, but they think that they're going to be the ones that are going to live through the extinction.
Unironically, the ones destroying stuff other people love are basically teaching other people how to destroy things. And then they end up being in the seat the other person was in when they watch something else they love get destroyed. It's a scary, stupid cycle. If you wanted to find a sum up of SJ Hobo stuff, look up conservative comedy. They act crazy enough that these guys get regular daily incurrences of stuff to just talk about for funsies, but that's a huge rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
If
It's
you
not, it's not,
wanted
not
something that was specific to what Final Fantasy talked about,
Go after
check out the
Double
book
Dash.
Boobs of Steel. It's more of a fun read and it's not brain rot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna quit being awkward now.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
you're not being awkward.
Mm-mm.
Oh, what the hell?
What's the
What?
matter?
StreamYard just now showed the comments, or rather,
What the,
Basement just Basement just came in late.
Now,
oh, yeah,
the
everybody's just
actors
coming
today,
in
they
as it
expect the
comes.
He's
actor to
Oh,
be just like a character. They get high, get being nasty. Uh,
yeah,
funny
which is
thing
which is
with what
actually
hang on,
Bunny
Doug.
Smith had mentioned. Um, one mangaka had asked a bunch of creators to make sure the character that is portrayed in the stage play was played by someone half black, half Asian. They said they couldn't find that, so they decided we're going to take a bunch of Tanner and just stick it on our most Japanese looking actor ever. And it looks, and I came across it on the news one day. It looked like it just looked weird. And it ended up reminding me, it's like once you let it go, it is not in your control. So even if you make a suggestion, it's probably going to take a lawyer or something. But if you're looking at a project where the creator is heavily involved, like for example, Markiplier's horror movie Iron Lung, which was based off the game Iron Lung, it has gotten rave reviews and it is very, very highly praised movie. So I know it's doing good, and it is good because of the feedback that I have seen.
Yeah. And given that Markiplier had been doing this kind of craft probably since In Space with Markiplier, or no, it's maybe earlier than that, but he's done something like this. That
Mm.
he's even been talking about this during one of the videos on Power Wash Simulator. That I even had this kind of conversation with Wolf and Dom in the Discord after he was talking about this, because after he did In Space with Markiplier, where he's been wanting to create more stories, and yet did actually want to inspire
ooh, you're
people
breaking up.
to do that.
You broke up for a minute. Fine. Can you repeat what you
For some
said?
reason, it's just yeah, because for some reason, internet's just being wonky again. So yeah, with it's in one of the videos with Markiplier, particularly with the Power Wash Simulator, with after he did In Space with Markiplier, that he's been wanting to create more, but nothing like much too big, because something as bigger than going into space, yeah, you're gonna have to fill in a lot of shoes in order to do that. But he's been wanting to create a lot more, but also wanting to inspire people to create more, for people that want to aspire to be storytellers. Heck, even people that are inspired to be like him, that to create more stories out of that, to create more art, at least something of that caliber, or of art of any
Okay,
kind.
where we going with this?
Well,
Like,
good art inspires more stories.
Hmm. And
yes,
it's
And
and this ties back into like romance and romance and how it plays into like to the development like of characters as well, including their individual arcs.
Since you're putting it like that, let me go ahead and interject. Then going back to my whole lifeblood analogy, people want to be paired up with another person for life, whether they say so or not. That's what they want. That's they we as social creatures, as we like to always stress that about the human race, we desire connection, whether we live introverted or extroverted. We crave connection. We can we crave unity. We may be pack minded, herd minded, or even dare I say it, hive minded. We desire connection, whether it's friendship or romance, but above all else, we do crave romantic connection. A lot of people like to dispute that. A lot of people like to eliminate that. A lot of people like to remove that. I'm saying a lot, but the vocal minority really want to eliminate that because for some reason they just can't seem to stand seeing people happy together.
really?
yeah, that's
Yes,
the
yes.
thing
They
to
love
consider with
company,
a lot of
believe it or
vocal
not.
minorities is that they are a pretty immature lot. Or
Glad
actually,
they're a
pretty, I
vocal
mean, a really.
minority then.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah,
well,
but
you've been away. You've been far
even though
away
they
from
are
this
so
stuff.
loud, you would think they are the majority because they are vocal about it, hence vocal minority.
Well, the thing is, humble, you've been far away from this kind of stuff, and I've been just through other media and through other YouTube personalities. I've just been noticing that this whole mission to neuter us, and what I
Yeah,
mean by us, I'm talking about the human race.
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they want to neuter the human race because they don't want to see couples happy.
Well,
True.
it goes along with my depopulation theory that they're trying to do to us on a global scale, mind you.
Don't get the husband and don't make the babies. And you're kind
Well,
of seeing
thing is,
some of that.
you
Don't
got
get the career first,
well,
but that's
there
more
was that.
important.
There was also that. There's also the abortion clinics as well,
Yes, that's part
and
of
how
that.
highly they push the abortion clinics when it
Uh,
comes to the whole babies will ruin your life, or babies are inconvenience, or babies are
That's loser speak.
well, worse, that's diabolical speak. They even dehumanize babies. They call them little clumps of cells. What else they call them?
Yeah.
Little monsters
That,
in the
Hmm.
bellies, and they
yeah.
just really just destroy the image of womanhood with those words,
and
and it sickens me.
you said I was on another planet.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
That
is,
is just. Sorry, Wolf. That is just insulting not only to the human race itself, but even to the people who say that for the mom and pa who put you on this planet courtesy of God.
well, you
Like,
all remember that famous quote by Reagan.
No, I don't. Surprisingly. Uh,
I see that those who advocate for abortion are still alive. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the quote he said, and every time I hear people quote that, I laugh every single time. Because the thing is, it's not just the whole abortion thing. It's really just whenever time they advocate for death, or in a way worship death. Now, by no means am I
Mm.
It it doesn't occur. It doesn't occur to them that maybe they should take that dive. There I go. Sound like I am advocating for suicide or assisted
No,
suicide.
no. I think it's more along the lines of dehumanizing something or humanize. Be careful of what you dehumanize or humanize because it's going to bite you in the ass.
Well, the thing is, I always say, okay, you first. Since you have strong feelings, and it's always feelings that these people crave on, or at least they make these wild ideas or sayings through feelings. And I've said this for several years now, guys. If you guys have been with me for this long, those of you in the panel and those of you who are listening in the backwatch or even in the comments currently, I've always said this. Oh, they the thing is, they have these ideas. The problem is they want you to do it, not them. Or rather, even if they do it, oh my goodness, it's even more disgusting. They revel in it.
Yeah, because that's the. I've said this before on the show, where anytime when people just keep operating on feelings over and over again and not based in reality, which given that there are emotions with that, because while emotions are real, they're not based in reality. They operate on emotions constantly, and that's already on the verge of how someone becomes a nihilist.
Thing is, let me swing. I'm gonna swing it back to romance. It's funny how they outright reject romance. They outright reject the love play. Even they 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 think that everything is contractual. You know,
Which is not
dating,
true.
dating, and marriage and stuff like that. The whole 50-50 thing that women like to push, and I'm talking about women that are very entrepreneurial and career focused, which is I'm sitting here like, okay, this 50-50 nonsense need to stop because you guys are not even laying out your terms of what 50-50 is. And
Mm-hmm.
Most
every
of
time they
the
explain the 50-50 thing, it's so vague and so basically vague and nonsensical. Uh, I know I'm bringing up women a lot, but men are also they're also offenders of this whole nonsense too. There's some men out there that Jesus Christ, like when you hear them talk, it's like you hearing a boy talk. They're not
Yep.
men, they're boys.
they
But
don't even.
I'm gonna focus on women for the duration of this because women start this and men, mostly boys, are reacting to this, and it is definitely a reaction. And I'm calling it for what it is, a reaction. For every action, there's a reaction. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole things that they're coming up with these very outrageous expectations, these high standards, and this idea of this ideas and tactics of how they think that they can bag a quote unquote high value man, which it does exist, but I'm not gonna call a man a high value man because that's not how we see ourselves at the time. We don't call ourselves high valued. We call ourselves working men or at least like working providers at best, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they want a high value man. What they're talking about when they speak on a high value man, they're speaking on a prince. This is really again them looking for charming like they have done in the mid 2000s. Because in the mid 2000s, a lot of women were looking for quote unquote Mr. Right. And Leia can attest to that because I'm pretty sure she's been surrounded by all kind of conversations speaking on that. If if you
Uh,
regale me, Leia.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
I'm saying I'm sure you were surrounded by that kind of talk in the mid to late 2000s. Women looking for quote unquote Mr. Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
At
hard to
first it
nail
was
down
Mr.
what Mr. Right is
Right.
just to be.
At first it was Mr. Right. Then it was a prince, and now a high valued man, which is, they like to say it's a rich man, a six figure man, but really what they're looking for is a prince, which those barely even exist in this day and age.
Eh,
And even if they do, they're not the kind of prince that they want from fairy tale fantasies.
Yeah.
I must be the odd man out because most of the colleagues I have interacted with, which have been career women in couples, they would do a support system. Quite literally. I mean, it's not like, yes, you have your clear cut roles, you
We're
both
talking about the
share
ones that are.
dreams, and you both share
Mm,
goals, but as the business and their work life evolved, they changed roles a bit. Like the career woman would try to be like part-time homemaker and vice versa because the guy also wanted to do something too.
well, the thing is, you are in a place where people are way more rational than what I'm surrounded with because I'm living it. Because obviously I'm in California, and we all know what is going on with California. It's all over the place in the media. You know, everything about California. You'll have a whole laundry list of things, right? Where you're
Mm-hmm.
from, sounds like people have more pragmatic ways of thinking when it comes to relationships, whereas everybody else have impractical things. And again, especially the men.
No, it's there. It's just that the other reason why I think you have the impractical relationships in the media is because it becomes a spectacle. I
Hmm.
mean, I when my mom was running a daycare and those things, we got to watch a teacher go through a villain arc because their school system wasn't the best. It was a four-letter word that ended in ed, so there's that.
Oh boy.
And we had uh, it's like that one song, who's being true, who's cheating who don't even care anymore, who's doing right with someone tonight, and whose car's parked next door.
Oh boy. And this has been Humble's TED Talk.
Well, the
I'm
Uh,
guessing what she's.
one of the reasons why you see bad relationships in media is because it's a spectacle. It is morbid. It is stupid, and you want to watch it. But then after you get so used to it, and the healthy thing comes along, you get blindsided.
Child of Fire mentions the natalism.
yeah. Uh, look at Buddy Smith's recent comment. They're also pissed that they didn't get their Disney romance like in the films. Really, because they've taken the wrong lessons
Because
from Disney
they
films.
killed it.
Yeah,
Literally,
Well, the
they
thing is,
killed.
well, here's the thing. They were asking for that a lot, and they were seeking it out for the mid to late 2000s, especially around the time Princess and the Frog had came out. The problem was is that they were they were so headstrong with their heads so far up their asses they couldn't even find the right man, or at least they were looking for, again, as we said before, Prince Charming, and they still, and again, no matter how many times they try to reframe it, rename it, and retool it, they're still looking for that prince. They're not really a corporate rich man per se. They're looking for a prince, so that a prince can fund their lifestyle, where they can just sit down, look pretty. That's the thing. They want they
Sorry.
they basically are their own worst enemies in that regard. They always criticize other women for being a quote unquote trophy wife, but they want the trophy wife lifestyle
Oh, that is
with
so.
no strings attached. It's one of the reasons why they outright reject marriage, because that's strings attached, and that will require them to add something to the table, or actually contribute to the table. You know,
Oh
which
gosh.
Mhm.
most of them outright reject their womanly duties that their mothers try to teach them, which is
But
Yes.
cooking, cleaning, nurturing, child
Hmm.
rearing.
Yes, nurturing.
it,
And the
when
husband is
you
supposed to be the protector.
when you watch the movies, it is hilarious because none of the Disney princesses acted like trophy wives, especially Cinderella. Cinderella was literally thrust into, we have these staunch traditions, they look ridiculous, and she's like, I am going to try and do my best with what I have.
Mm-hmm.
She had to be her sister's love coach.
True. The Cinderella, the thing with the Disney, first of all, the reason these women are so upset they didn't get the fairy tale endings, because they didn't understand exactly what these stories were saying, or they misunderstood what their stories were saying. Like continuing with Humble said, for Cinderella, she wasn't exactly looking for of the Prince Charming. She just wanted a night out. She wanted to go out in a nice dress and gown, just like her other sisters could do. The other sisters were man hungry, but she wasn't. And it just so happens that that night out, she just happens to meet the prince, but that was not her
I
goal.
don't doubt. I don't doubt that Cinderella wasn't boy. I wouldn't say she wasn't boy. She was not boy crazy. I'm sure she was, but she wasn't as sycophantly boy crazy like Drusilla and Priscilla.
Right. Yeah, because their mother
And
basically was training them to gain a prince or to get the man's attention, and
her
not
their mom was the Victorian
Lady
equivalent of
Tremaine.
climbing the corporate
yes,
social ladder.
right. And women seem to, when they look at Cinderella, they seem to, as this wonderful movie that it is. It's funny. I was watching this today. Yeah, I'm sure she did to some point, but not to the point that it overcame who she was in her life and the things she wanted to do. You're right.
Isn't
Well, she probably did like to find a nice guy, but
it?
Well,
Isn't it also kind
I
of?
say that she was
Hmm,
because in hang on, Humble. I'm sorry. We keep cutting you off. I'm so sorry, Humble.
used
You
to
had to,
it.
you shouldn't be. Doesn't make it feel right. Let's just say that. It doesn't make
Hmm.
it feel right.
Why don't we
But
just like let Humble talk, and then you can have your thought, Wolf, since she was about to
yeah,
say
go ahead,
something.
Humble.
Well, the little romance scenes that get villainized by the haters that don't like him because they're looking at it from modern social lens, whatever. It's funny because those scenes also showed that the Disney princesses were meeting their princes halfway. I seem to
Okay.
have had a
no, we were
sight
letting you finish.
signal.
No, we will let you finish. I thought you still had more to say.
Well, like for example, the kiss scene from Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. We all know these guys were like little closer in age. Um, I know the Sleeping Beauty one. She was just she. They had like a talk with the prince, and they met. They knew each other beforehand, and their romance started at the end of that movie, not like stuck like right in the middle.
Well, that was just both the reward for both parties.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought you were going to go there about these rabid activists that thought
Well,
he
the thing
kissed your
is,
wife without consent. Oh my God! Please stop.
Yeah, those rabid
we'll talk
activists
more about
exist.
that when we talk about the Disney princesses in detail again coming up.
And those rabid activists are also a part of why you don't see the heterosexual media as much as you'd want to, because they
As I
looked
said
at
earlier,
something and it ended up being taken down. My favorite reaction was when they decided that one song, "Baby It's Cold Outside," they thought it was a date rape drug scene. But if you look at the scene from Neptune, it was literally guy just wanted to spend more time with the girl. Oh, and vice versa, because second verse is my favorite part. And they had totally misconstrued the thing, and as a result, it became the number one played song during Christmas.
yeah. If you notice that anything that they try to misconstrue as bad, it gets more attention because
Mhm.
people actually sit around and listen. They, you can easily tell that they don't really look at the lyrics and like the whole natural woman uh quote unquote controversy. It's more. It's like they didn't really care. They wanted to change that song or at least remove it when it was made at a time where men were men, women were women, and it was a woman professing love, Aretha Franklin mostly,
Hmm.
professing her love through the way of telling her man how much he made her into a natural woman. Basically, she found the love of her life where she can be comfortable with her femininity, where his masculinity completes her femininity.
Okay, that is really weird that someone would want to take that
Yeah.
song
It
off
was a
because
trans
that
person
actually. Oh,
because it offended the trannies, and I'm like,
Yeah. They were.
trannies go away. Like that song was made before you were even transitioned,
Mm-hmm.
and now you want to change
okay.
something. I'm like look like Lordy, there was this one there's this one James Brown impersonator that watch every once in a while. He had this one video where he performed in this in front of this dinner crowd, and he was performing. It's a man's world, right? Y'all know
Okay.
the lyrics. Most of y'all who know
Mm-hmm.
who's listened to James Brown was heard that song. It's a man's world. So while he's performing that song, right, you hear this one ratchety ass woman shouting out that he's supposed to be saying it's a woman's world. He's supposed to be saying it's really a woman, but it's supposed to be a woman. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up and let the man perform. You didn't write. He didn't write the damn song. James Brown wrote the song.
I
You
think
got a
it's.
problem with that? You have a problem with the dead man. And even then, you need to respect greatness anyway. So shut the fuck up and enjoy the damn. I hope that when she find what size, I hope that I hope her size meant somebody walked her ass out of that place and kicked her out. Because if that was really the case,
Behold
good on
the
them.
reason why the
Because
Karen meme
my God,
exists.
that's how ridiculous nowadays people have gotten. And this ain't no social activist either. This is my people. My people be acting weird on me nowadays. What they really trying to reiterate and reintegrate and retool. And I'm like, oh my lord, my people are a disgrace.
Hey,
I
to be
love
fair,
them, but they're a disgrace.
at least you didn't walk past a house that decided to write in their windows "Trump is a chump" in red, white, and blue.
Uh, my thing is, it's getting out of hand. I don't even know what I was gonna say earlier before I let Humble finish her thought. Oh no, I was gonna regale Leia about the pr- the proof that I had to show her that she a little detail that she in Cinderella. She was definitely boy crazy. Trust me. I'll
I
tell you what.
didn't say it wasn't there.
I ain't,
No one
is
did.
your name Leia Humble?
Um,
If I can physically bop you on your head, pay attention. I
Do
said
I say
Leia.
wolf?
Yes, you can.
Shall I sit up and beg?
No,
Or do I need to
but
go
Leia,
sleep?
she was definitely boy crazy. There's it's in the one scene where she's uh it's in the one scene after Drusilla and Priscilla are trying to get their clothes ready for the ball. I mean, she does speak on the ball, but she's also before that she was speaking on a love life, maybe even a prince, right?
mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember where she mentions it. I know it was that one time where she was cleaning some area of the castle.
Oh, that scene, the bubble scene.
The sing Sweet Nightingale,
Yes,
probably.
the bubble scene song.
Yeah, when she's singing Sing Sweet Nightingale.
Someday my prince will come.
No,
Well,
that's
that's
Snow White.
Snow White.
Snow White. Okay, sorry,
No,
my
I was
bad.
saying like in she doesn't really like go into detail. She just mention in passing that she's not she may be work focused,
Mm.
but she can also be boy crazy too, and which I love that aspect about her too. Is like she's not just this machine as most depictions most modern depictions will probably have her as. Like
Mm-hmm.
nowadays they want all these sophisticated princesses to be STEM, like live action Cinderella is now
Yeah,
wanting to be an engineer
yeah,
or shit like that. I'm like,
yeah.
what do you want to know about engineering for, or science for that
And the
matter?
live action Aladdin, Yaz wanted to be the Sultan.
Like that's some like that, bitch. You a queen. When you get married, you're a queen.
Wait, they tried to stick girl power stuff in it and actually didn't relate it to what she does as a job, like at all.
Correct.
Which really tell you one thing about how they view titles, or like how Belle wants to be a what the fuck they want Belle to be in that bullshit ass live action Beauty and the Beast.
Cause some
Weirdo
college professor or
librarian.
something. Yeah, and
Yeah, she wanted to be a scientist too, right?
yeah,
At
yeah.
least an alchemist or some shit like that. I'm like, the fuck she gonna do with alchemy? The fuck,
Just
like there's nothing in her character that leads me to believe that she's gonna be a fucking alchemist or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you want them to aspire to something, you gotta have to at least give them some skills that leads up to that.
Yeah.
Or
If you
or
wanted to
like how,
say,
hang on, I'm not done yet. Hang
go
on,
on.
final, I'm not done yet. Or like how they want fucking Alice from Alice in Wonderland to travel the fucking world, and then later on she wants to look at the stars and be an astronomer. Or
yeah.
how Barbossa's girl is a horologist
A
in the
horologist?
you know what I mean, but she's horologist, not.
I'm sorry.
Did you
Yeah,
say
that
you're snoring?
No,
I'm sorry.
no, it's that was also a joke in that fifth Pirates movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
When she
I
says
know
the
what you're talking
scientific
about.
when she say the scientific professional title, they look at it and think of it as something else.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure it's a real profession, but
Probably
if you
is.
but I have never I have never heard what it is. I don't know what it is or what the study is. I just know that they just want this bitch to be a scientist of some sort, and they just want these bitches to be in STEM
Oh, it
in
would
these
have been
iterations.
funnier if the horologist corrected her, saying,
And
"No,
it don't stop there,
gynecologist."
humble. It don't stop there. What was what was Mulan trying to be before she became a soldier?
I don't know.
I can't remember
Because I'm
exactly what she was
sure,
supposed to. They wanted to
I
make
am
her.
positively sure she probably was aspiring to be something else before she got into the war.
Yeah.
Then there was there was that one bitch in Dumbo, the live action Dumbo. She wanted to do some shit too. And Tim, like, yeah, Tim Burton ain't no saint in this bullshit. He got into that trap too.
Yeah.
He did it with Alice. He did it with Alice twice.
Yes, that's why I
Twice.
never liked it. Yep.
Cause she wanted to be an astrologer. She wanted to be an astrologist in the first film. Then she became something else in the second film that was tied to something else that should not even exist yet in her time period.
Okay, that just sounds.
That's the thing that's bothering me about some of these movies is how anachronistic they can be during their time periods. And then Nani in the latest Lilo and Stitch live action, which I refuse to watch, she pursued her fucking career somehow
Dude,
at her age.
The dumbest
In
part.
what economy?
The dumbest part is Hawaii has one of the best marine biologist education programs, and she could have had her cake and eat it too. She could have gone to a local college, had especially one that had daycare for Lilo, and instead they had her go overseas to pursue career something, and it's like,
yeah.
You Dumbo!
The thing is,
you shot a foot, and it was your own.
The thing is, it leads to where I'm going with this is the fact that it's the leading cause of why the romance is missing in most of these films nowadays. Is what they've been pushing again so many times in schools and later on and in the workplace where they're really trying to turn women into loveless shells, loveless machines, which was a cautionary tale in the Stepford Wives, which they missed
the point on that one as well,
and mistook what the story was really about, and the story was really talking about appliances replacing the homemaker, which is the woman, which is the wife, which is the mother. Appliances, machines replacing the woman in the household.
The one
they mistook it as men subjugating women.
Which is not true.
The one thing I really enjoyed about the Stepford Wives thing is the husbands wanting to defend their lady. And their version of doing that is to get the heck out of Dodge. Especially if you read the book, there is like tons of horror movie moments in there. And the one part I've seen when they did a Regis and Philman interview with the lady on their talk show thing, it turns out they had to get training to be able to have that glazed look in their eye, to pretend to be a robot.
And you know something? I'm scared of what they will do if they do a live action Princess and the Frog.
They skip the romance part and probably screw it up enough.
Basically, still my rewrite. Which, even looking back, I would say I'm stupid for even thinking of that.
No, you do the stupid ideas first, and that's how you get the good ideas later.
Well, again, my whole thing was my first issue with Princess of the Frog was the fact that she and Naveen ended up together when her goal was really to get her restaurant together she wasn't. There was no man in her plan, or no man in her goal. Which I come to land on. My next issue, my newest issue of that film was it really necessary for Tiana to be a frog in that story?
Not really.
No,
Because
that's
in the original story, the princess did not turn into a frog when she kissed the frog.
mm-mm.
It's the other way
And
around, and it was a subversion in the animated movie. But again, I have to ask: was it necessary to turn into a frog? Which it really gave Naveen nothing to work with. All he ever did was talk slyly. I don't recall anything he did that was clever enough to make him stand out as a prince, as among the Disney princes, which they don't really get talked about enough when it comes to talking about Disney, because all the attention is always on the princesses, which is not a bad thing because that's their foundation and that was their money train. Their money pot, right?
Yeah, or
Their
their
golden
hate
goose.
train, if you will.
that
Yeah.
was okay. Prince Naveen got his redemption arc later in at the end of the movie, where he supported his new wife in her business venture.
Yeah.
Like,
And yet,
yeah, she got to use all the money she saved up to finally get that restaurant. They now had a big bruiser gator friend to
Mm-hmm.
make sure it went
It's a
through.
bouncer.
Yes. And Naveen had ended up learning the concept of hard work, which was something his parents were trying to get him to learn.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out it took having to be thrown through a story that was about being thankful for what you got and about to lose everything in order to actually get that appreciation back.
Y'all want to hear rewrite?
one thing real quick. Like,
Go on.
with Prince Naveen, Wally from the Wiggles did a better job than you by being just like a desperate, uh, manipulative magician to then just being a humble professional than you. Frick you, man.
Be too mad at Naveen. He does have some qualities to him, unfortunately. No, my whole rewrite. This is only the outline. This is not really the script, just the outline. It would not have um it would not have Tiana turn into a frog. It would be her uncovering a plot that basically uncovering a plot that's going to ruin her hometown in New Orleans, right? Is that where it's located, right? New Orleans.
Yes.
Yes, it's in New Orleans. Yes.
Some part in New Orleans, but let's call it her hometown, right? She discovers a plot that was that's gonna it's basically your typical '90s industrialist that's gonna ruin a once shining beacon of a certain local town, and he's gonna trash it by putting something outrageous and outlandish that's gonna probably ruin everything around them, right? It's your typical stuff like that. Where Naveen comes in as the fact that he was a part of that tycoon's plot, and what happened to him was the fact that he got turned into a frog. All throughout the movie, he's doing his best to aid Tiana. He's basically going to be the first prince that's going to be the pet sidekick to the princess, active pet psychic. Your Miko, and your flicks to Pocahontas, Mushu and Cricky to Mulan, Raja to Jasmine, so on and so forth. You feel
If
me?
you look into the
Right.
original
Yes.
the Tiana was called Maddie and was a maid, and Naveen was originally supposed to be white. Certain
Yeah.
activists got mad when that was leaked and made him change the film.
Of course.
Then he became ambiguously brown for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have loved to have seen that original plot because that would have actually been a lot funnier.
But the thing is,
Yeah. Me too.
I wouldn't say I call him ambiguously brown, but technically he's Creole. He's meant to be Creole.
AKA mixed.
Hmm.
Mm,
He comes from
okay.
he comes from a fictional kingdom, mind you, but he obviously meant to be Creole with his
You
light
know, it
skin.
would have made more sense if they actually made him be the white guy.
Yeah, it was their one chance to have an
Because
interracial relationship, but we all know how people feel about interracial relationships.
they
Most people,
had
not all.
at least one successful interracial relationship, and that was the historically inaccurate Pocahontas movie.
That
And
and
surprise, surprise, she didn't go with John Smith. She ended up with the royal guy.
the real lover.
And he turns out to be
Mm.
pretty decent.
Yep.
Not something
Well,
that would stand out in a 1990s flick, but
well, he's
he's
decent
pretty
because he
decent.
was based on a real figure. Go
Hmm.
figure. But my
Yeah.
thing is, there was also Ariel and Eric.
What do you
Well, tech,
mean? Everyone praises interracial relationships as the holy grail of relationships. There is a few caveats, just like
well,
with any ship. They want one that quote unquote looks like their version of the Holy Grail. It's kind of like that
he,
one scene in Indiana Jones when there's all these cups and you have someone deciding to pick the jeweled cup and turns to bones and the other one doesn't.
Uh-huh.
basically what
I
she's
don't know.
saying, it depends on who was really perpetuating the praise here, because everybody's praising it for different reasons. There's always the one. You know what? Since again we're still on Valentine's Day, about the next couple of hours, interracial relationships. It's funny to me how people react to them and how how they reacted to them back then versus how they react to them now. Because back then it used to be illegal to marry outside of one's race, and it usually affected black folk, believe it or not. I wouldn't know if Mexicans or Asians ever got the lock and key before interracial relationship was made legal by then. But
Mm,
I distinctly remember that black folk was always locked up for being in, not necessarily being married to white people, but just being in a relationship with white people. Period. And they will also lock up the white people too for doing that as well. Just to set an
Hmm.
example, but they do let them out on they let them out a little sooner rather than later, and they keep us locked up. We all know we cannot undercut that, nor can we deny that either. That was a thing. But nowadays, now that it's made legal to marry outside one's race, the
It's treated
vitriol
as the
that
norm.
falls, the vitriol that falls suit with it. I mean, Jesus Christ, can you like if you can imagine how bad it was back then, and I would dare I say it is worse now that it's made legal because of the flack that you get from both sides.
Mhm.
I mean, bro, and,
Oh,
and, then, and
especially.
then on top of that, the double standards is
Oh yeah.
staggering.
for
Yeah,
being
especially
all
especially
for
when it's happening. Especially when it's was being done by black people who
Especially in
would.
our community.
And
the
those
weird.
things, especially when it's done by black people, as they look down on anyone that go that dates and eventually marries like anyone that is
I'll name
outside of the
you.
race.
I'll name you some examples, especially the double standard examples, because I don't think Humble knows about this. I don't even think Final knows about this. This is some wild shit, and it'll probably make leave you guys, you know, with your stomachs rearranged in the worst possible way.
I've
I
seen
mean,
worse. Just
Exhibit
go ahead and level
A.
it.
Exhibit A. Black man dates a white woman. Nowadays, it's viewed by black women as black weakness. That means that he's weak. That he's too scared to date black women. That it's always due to the fact
Oh
that
my gosh.
it's the fact that
Yeah,
he hates
that's my reaction too,
always tied
Marty.
to is always tied to this idea, this assumption that he hates his own race. You see a
And
black woman date a white man, oh, she saved herself, or she just tired of the dusty Negroes that she has to deal with on a regular basis.
and
She
you know this, and this was actually explored in an episode of the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
well, the thing is, the double standard is mind-boggling. It's the fact that when you see that dichotomy, right? You know, we get praised for it by our own black men, but when it comes to the black woman, we get nothing but hatred and vitriol. It again, it's staggering. But when you look at it from the other side, right? When you see her dating a white man, like, you know, most of us dudes, most of us black dudes, we don't necessarily give a damn if she dating a white dude. Some of us do, not all of us, but the majority of us don't give a damn. But when it comes to her female peers, on the other hand, you know, they sing a whole
Oh
different tune.
gosh.
You know, with
The-
us black men, we respect it. You know, we may not agree, may not always agree with it, right?
I'm sorry.
But we respect it.
But my brain blanked to that one joke in Family Guy. Break glass for emergency judgmental friends.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember. No, I remember that scene,
God.
and I laugh at the double
Always.
standards too, as anyone that's saying would do, because they
The
see
thing
how
is,
these double standards are stupid.
It's kind of
it's
crazy
most of the white women
because
that have a vitriol towards, but you know, anybody else, you know, moderately, but white women, oof. You would
Yeah,
think white folks.
yeah. I'm
that
not
would
really laughing
explain
because of.
why.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, that would explain why they did that one Penny Proud episode. I honestly never watched that show because the friends were just plain mean.
Yeah,
You go ahead. You've probably got something better to say than I do.
yeah. It's like I'm not laughing because of the double standards itself. I'm laughing because they're very selective in their outrage, despite
Mm-hmm.
the fact that the reasons
Yep.
for love is completely obvious.
When
Well, the
Meghan
thing
Markle
is,
nabbed her prince.
I'm just letting you guys know, both you and Humble,
Yeah.
Hmm?
that is what you're gonna deal with should you date outside your race. Just letting you know. I would say I have not came across that kind of vitriol just yet, considering that I'm in a relationship with a Filipino woman. But I will say, just be aware. Sometimes,
The
you know,
Proud Family reboot is even worse. Yeah, it
Yes,
it
yes.
is on steroids. Looks pretty, but the writing's really
But
I
no,
really
no, the revival is an insult to the original Proud Family, and it should have been left alone after it ended with the Proud Family movie.
I
And really, that's kind of putting it lightly because the original Proud Family is just, yeah, nah.
I could
to
not stand that show half the time. Sometimes I
to
could
be
watch it for about
fair,
30.
if anyone wanted like a better show, Doug or Pepper Ann was a bit more fun.
Well,
Hey,
Wayne
Doug and
Head,
Pepper Ann.
well, Wayne
Yeah,
Head, Wayne Head, Wayne. Leia, you were
yes,
about to
I'm
say
for it.
something. Let Leia talk.
Oh,
If
sorry.
she has something to
Go
I,
on.
say.
not many people think they were all dating white guys. I don't have a I don't have an issue with interracial dating at all.
Yeah,
Me
The
neither.
person I'm with is
I don't have an
white.
issue with that either.
Yeah, the person I'm currently seeing is white, and I personally don't care. I really
Oh
don't care
my!
yes, who does what. And I think the
Well, you
women,
spoke about you would thought she was dating a brother, but
well,
Leia,
white guys can play jazz music.
I think
Yeah,
it's
ooh,
yeah,
Leia,
fine.
of course.
you
In other words,
want to be the hot fudge to his ice cream? Okay,
Sheesh.
what?
Wolf.
Hey,
Oh yes, I'm
you want
saying
well,
some
that's just
marshmallow
as
in
a
your
side
cocoa?
point, like Jack. Like just as a side note, like jazz is not limited to one demographic. Just like like how R&B is not limited to just blacks. Like
It was
any and
not
everybody
limited.
If we
can
need
play that
a
genre.
side, I'll
But in
add
that
to it.
genre, but what connects the two together is like those particular genres of music. They actually like bring people together versus friends, and eventually that friendship does blossom into a romance.
Yeah,
Cause like there are plenty of romance
There you go,
songs
Leia.
born from jazz
No,
and R&B.
for your cocoa.
yeah.
I've never
Heck,
had a
there's
problem
even
dating
like
white guys. I've never had an
heck,
issue with.
there's even like
You just
sorry,
had to
Leia.
go there. Then go ahead, final.
I was about to add to down like heck, there are even some black guys that did rock and roll. Look at um Chuck Berry who did Johnny Be Good.
Hmm. Also Rick James, Jerry's
Yeah,
funk rock fame, as well as Jimi Hendrix.
yeah,
Look, we ain't supposed to be
And you
sidestepping into
and you
some
also
music
and you
talk here.
also
Come on
also have like
now.
Bobby Caldwell, like who and John B, who have done R&B
Y'all see what I gotta
respectively,
deal with on a regular
and they
basis, you guys?
actually and let's see, and, well, with their material, feel like they talk about love and romance like in their entirety, the layers, the nuances, and yeah, while there may be bumps on the road, like love and romance are something that are worthwhile for anybody.
Wolf, you just, I was. You're true.
but
I
going back
was.
to romance with this, I like to add with like the one thing with when it comes to like dating within another race.
What can I
I
say?
believe
She
it was
found her
from
Steve Rogers.
Oh my god.
um
Go ahead, final.
the one thing that sticks in my mind about that is in one of the debates with, I think it was with Charlie Kirk. I'm not sure which one though, maybe someone else,
Don't
some
worry, fam. I
crazy
got you
activist,
too.
where some crazy activist that is stating about um like are whites like I'm not sure what it is, but some stupid question. But Charlie Kirk responded like, if that were the case, then one of the black guys who is a congressman, I forgot who it was, but he's a pretty conservative guy and pretty lenient too on the conservative side. Um, because if he were to do something like whatever that the crazy asked, then he'd just be destroying his own marriage because that black guy in question that he's talking about is married to a white woman.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty selective, especially among the crazies and what do you call those guys, Wolf? The race hustlers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're race hustlers.
That they're very selective in their outrage and yet say with these double standards. That's why I'm not laughing at those double standards. It's there, of
Oh,
course.
they're not
But I'm not
selective. They're
but I'm not
opportunistic.
okay. Yeah, that's the part I'm laughing at. Not just the double standards. That's already stupid enough. That's very much yeah, you did say that makes him sound
Kind of miss when she
opportunistic.
was lean. She's a little bit more chunky these days, but I can work with that.
Yeah, it's I
Talking
viewed
about
it as
the
more.
lady that just popped up in the red dress.
And the reason why I said it's more selective because they really are selective because they want to be selective or no, they want to get mad about anything over nothing. You would say
The activists are
opportunistic.
selective. The race hustlers are opportunistic. Race hustlers are exactly what their title stands for. They stand to profit on their hatred.
Mm,
Activists are selective because that's again going back to the lifeblood analogy. That's their lifeblood. That's what they do. Sometimes they get money off of it, but what I'm saying is the purpose of the race hustler is to profit. They That's why you see people like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson
Kind
look the
of
way they
like
do.
Sylvester McMonkey McBeans off of the Sneetches.
Yep.
He's the guy that sells those gold star machines,
Just keep
and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
keep that.
I know who you're talking about.
Hang on. Just
and
keep that
the
in mind.
and the worst part
Look
is
at here.
we love you too, Wolf.
I'm trying. I'm trying to tutor or mentor Final here,
Okay, I'll
so he
shut
knows.
up
Oh
now.
boy.
My
So
bad.
he has the right kind of ammunition to pull when he encounters that idiot that he works with.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds like a very special idiot then.
yeah, you're right on that front.
But in
Glad
short, or at least to conclude, to give you the the identification final. Race hustlers' job is to profit. They profit off of hatred. Activists are the ones that are very selective of the hatred. Whereas
Hmm.
here's where I give race hustlers opposed to activists, social activists. Race hustlers are at least consistent in their bullshit. Activists are nonsensical in their bullshit all the time. It's like as much as I hate Jason Jackson and Al Sharpton, at least I have to respect them on their consistency. And oh boy, they are very consistent.
Very much so.
It's like ain't it's like if you look at their body work over the years, ain't nothing changed. And we just lost Dom. He'll be back though.
Yeah.
But yeah, ain't nothing changed with race hustlers. It's like you even look at the church race hustlers. They are they are consistent, which again
No,
I
Ruckus had
respect.
so much material for Uncle Ruckus.
Every time,
Sorry.
everybody,
You're
I
fine.
always laugh. I always laugh when every time everybody bring up Uncle Ruckus or label people Uncle Ruckus. Like, man, why are y'all naming people at that harmless Negro? Because that's what he
True.
is, harmless. It's like man, Uncle Ruckus can do no damage. He's just one dude that is talking out the left side of his neck all the time. And half the time, some of the stuff he's saying is true, anyways.
Fair.
Oddly enough, that's what. Yeah, exactly, child. Uncle Rose ain't wrong. He ain't never told no lies. This is the problem. Is we'll talk about the Boondocks one day. As fantastic of a show that is, even though it does it would at times it doesn't hit the marks as it should, or rather some of the things that it claimed kind of came to fruition, and there's some that didn't, like Oprah Winfrey being president. Wow, that was hilarious.
The babysitting episode tends to live rent free in my head a little bit.
I'm sorry, what?
There was one episode where Grandpa decided to hire a nanny.
I remember that.
After the time he decided to hire a babysitter, and the babysitter got to play the hostage in Cops and Robbers.
But yeah.
He came home to her tied up in it with a jump rope.
So we are coming in around the hour mark. Let's go ahead and name some favorite couples.
Where do you want to start?
You.
I mean, who do you want to start? Me, my favorite couples. Okay, well, let's see now. Classic for me: Han and Leia, Arwen and Aragorn, Jamie and Claire from Outlander. Let's see if I'm missing anybody.
No, just name it as many you can at the top of your head.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast, Belle and the Beast. Let's see here. I think those are like my top favorite. I think those are my top favorite couples. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody out, but I think I've named my top favorite characters. And Rocky and Adrian. And I mean, yes.
People like to clown. Ever since Creed came out, they always want to clown on Adrian.
I don't know why.
I really don't know why either. It's like I had the question: like, are you actually Rocky fans to begin with, or are you just Creed fans because Creed's black?
Good question.
I think it's
the latter.
It's usually the latter.
Yeah, I think it's the latter.
Because they would like to claim that they're Rocky fans, but I doubt that they saw a Rocky movie.
Yeah. Or heck, let alone even watch Rocky 6, where she wasn't even there because, well, she's dead.
Right. Let me see if I left anything else out. I think I've named all my favorite couples. I usually name couples that have endured for. Oh, and Superman and Lois, and I mean Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder from the first two Superman movies.
Hmm.
Anybody still? Oh, okay. Oh,
I
No,
mean, we're
you're
still listening.
oh, okay, yeah. And this, I'm trying to remember romances that I absolutely, and these are romances I never get tired of watching, I never get tired of seeing, and are definitely on my list of my faves. So I think I've named them all there, my classics. Wolf disappeared. So
Oh,
while
come
he's gone,
on.
oh, while he's gone, should we continue? He
yes.
asked us to name our
Yes,
favorite
yes, yes.
romances, so let's
Yeah.
continue. Who would like to go next, or Humble, or Dom, or
I'm
Humble?
trying to
Go ahead.
figure which one to name because there is Talia and her beau from My Girlfriend Is Not Human. It is basically a guy dating a spider lady. There was Robin Hood and Maid Marian from the Disney version.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the couple from Titan AE because they basically nicknamed their new home planet Bob.
I remember
So,
that.
and Iron Giant, you had the artist with the main character's mom.
Dean.
Dean, yes, Dean and the waitress. That one was great. And that was like one of my favorite dynamics besides
And,
the
and Hogarth's name is Annie.
Annie, yes, Dean and Annie. And the newest one, it's like a three-way love triangle, but it works because on one of them, you have one girl who is trying to do her best to be better, and the other one was literally a superhero lady played straight, and no drama after the breakups and things. If you get the character right, it was between either Robert or Invisigal or Robert and Blonde Blazer. I like both of them because they're fun. And Invisigals has more of the comedy stuff that I like because she has impulsive nature and has innuendos. And Robert decides to match that energy and they try to embarrass each other. It is hilarious.
I mean, given that Vissy is as kind of a punk, that's kind of a given.
It is.
I just laugh at people whenever time they try to disrespect Adrian. I find it funny how their reasoning is because anytime she tries to be a good supportive wife by showing any ounce of concern of Rocky and his injuries and his continuous health issues, she's a bad wife. But they also forget that Apollo Creed's wife carried his bloody beaten body up the stairs just as much as well too. But, but suddenly that's also endearing. Not,
No.
never never mind the fact that Bianca didn't even want to entertain Donnie's revenge fight against Victor, let alone him doing a rematch with him until at the tail end, and suddenly she's the better wife. Double standards, people.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I'm like, it's like that's how I know y'all motherfuckers ain't no damn Rocky fans.
Yeah.
Cause fuck me. Adrian was with him every step of the way. She always had, but I'm like, she would not have no agency if she was always 100% okay with Rocky doing the things he was doing. She had a mind. She had a good head on her shoulders, even if she was, you know, meek at times in the first movie.
Well, that's the
Especially, especially when she met Rocky. But she also showed that she has some fight in her too.
If I can, let me get in. I understand what you're saying.
Go
But
on,
say real quick,
go on, Leia.
the beauty of Adrian's journey from the first film and onward is we watch her mature. We watch her come into her own self. She's this shy, very shy woman in the first film that can barely speak a word for herself. And then by we get to like the third or fourth film, she shows more strength. Not a strength that's threatening to Rocky, not a strength that's threatening to his masculinity, but a strength that complements him, a strength, a feminine strength that Adrian has. Because I always believed that the more money they ascended to, I believe fully and truly that Adrian ran the house. And not what I mean by ran the house, not in a sense again of taking away from his masculinity or him being the head of it, but being a good complement to him because
That's
he couldn't
important.
do a thing. You're right. He couldn't do a thing without Adrian. Adrian was
Mhm.
everything. He could not function or do anything without her. But like in the second movie, at first she doesn't want him to fight, but towards the middle of the film, she comes to realize that fighting is in his system and this is what he's going to do. And I support you. When she after she has the baby in that hospital in that really famous scene, and she says to him, "There's one thing I want you to do for me." And he says, "What is that?" And she's win, you know. So she's given her blessings right there that it's okay, Rocky. You could go out there. I know this is in your blood. I know this is who you are. So that's the beauty of the character of Adrian and their romance because they are definitely one, and they are definitely you know, definitely one, and they complement each other, and that's what a relationship should be. And it's rare in movies that we see from the love story to the marriage. We usually see the love story part, and the marriage part gets written badly or it falls off. But with the Rocky movies, you see that the marriage is an integral part of those movies and the Rocky character. So that's why
To this
Adrian is so
day,
very important
I still don't
to
see
the
what I
films.
don't still understand what Donnie saw in Bianca because their first
Right.
encounter,
Yeah.
that bitch was
Uh-huh.
rude to him,
Hmm.
Hmm.
both as a neighbor and almost as a lover. Like
You
Jesus.
know,
Like first of all, you playing your music too damn loud. I would be mad too. I don't give a fuck
Same
if
here.
your ass is fine.
I kind of like that there
And
was
and
a. Hmm, hmm.
and I'm like, look, Tessa Thompson used to be fine in my book, but now that bitch is ugly because of her fucking ass. It makes you look ugly. I'm
I
surprised she ain't boned up like Cynthia Alvaro and that I was looking at her in Bad Times at the El Royale. My lord, wow, they are destroying that woman. Hollywood is destroying. I don't I don't think she buys into that bullshit that she's peddling. But my lord, they are destroying that woman. We need to save both her and what's that broad's name? Ariana.
Yeah.
hmm.
So
Ariana
I know
Grande.
we like to
Oh, not
yeah
her.
yeah
Oh,
yeah
Oh,
her.
oh, I thought you were referring to a different one, sir.
Just basically anybody from even Jeff Goldblum, anybody from Wicked, they need to be saved. So I want to offer my empathy and my sympathy towards them because like it's easy just to mock them and joke about, but no, I think we need to be a bit more concerned.
Agreed.
Yeah, heck, even Hollywood.
Lord,
Yeah,
of all
'cause-
people, Michelle Yeoh looks like a skeleton, or at least the makers of a skeleton.
yeah, heck, even Hollywood was even frightened by the two's appearances that they just look like ghouls. It's just like,
Not even her ribcage is showing though.
yeah, oh yeah, it her, cause yeah, when here's the thing, Hollywood, you allowed this to happen, and then you're afraid of that, but I doubt you're ever gonna learn that lesson anytime later.
But yeah, just did anybody else did anybody else say their favorite couple yet?
Leia just did. Humble just did.
Your turn now.
Go ahead. Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh my lord, boy, you can use video game characters too.
Yes, you can. If you
But
got video game cares, go right ahead.
who are you saying was turn? Me or Dom?
It's your turn.
Very well then. Uh, Jesus Christ, man. Uh, Spider-Man and Mary Jane for one. Superman and Lois Lane. Hmm. Anyone else I grew up with?
At the top of your head, just name them.
Hmm.
You don't need to go into specifics. Just name ones that come to mind. You said, what about Sora and Kyrie?
That had never crossed my mind.
Well, they say they're friends, but we all know they're both boyfriend and girlfriend.
By the end, yes.
Unless you want to ship Sora.
No. No.
No,
I ain't
no,
that freaky.
that sounds like
You
something
have
the
not.
Fujoshis would do.
Well, the thing is, you have not been in the Kingdom Hearts fandom long enough as I have.
Oh
No,
no.
no,
I've
I
seen
was there.
them.
I was there. I was there when Kingdom Hearts
No, I'm
made
talking.
their debut.
No,
I'm
he's talking to me
specifically
about that.
zeroing on final here, not you, Dom. Dom, I
No,
know
I've
you
seen
know
them. I've seen
you,
them.
but have you been there as long as we have?
I don't even want to go down there for long enough because after seeing all this with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and after seeing all this with
Oh,
the Cloud and Sephiroth thing, I ain't going back there.
But continue.
Um, Cecil and Rosa in Final Fantasy IV. Of course, there's got to be more.
Oh,
Um,
if that's your limit, then that's fine.
Revenant Basila from Knights of the Old Republic.
Cool.
nice, great choice.
Awesome.
And
Well, you
then,
can also add in Han and Leia. That one.
of course. Um, and then Luke Jade, again from the expanded universe. Um, I wish I would say with Anakin and Padme, even though it's a tragic one.
You can name tragic ones too.
Right?
Nobody's stopping you.
And then of course the Romeo and Juliet.
The only reason why it's tragic because you did love those couples. I'm not really stating Anakin and Padme for that matter, though either. It
Mhm.
I'm just saying that you know romance is tragic depending on how much you invested yourself into the to the romance, and it's sad for you because of how much you invested into it, and you see what could have been and what could have been avoided all the same, which also hurts the most. For that matter, right, Leia?
Right.
That's what makes it so
Yes.
tragic. Is
Yeah.
that's something we didn't really cover that much during the stream. We were all over the place tonight, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna, wow, I am stammering because I'm hyperactive. That monster
Hate
energy is
even
hitting my.
Hate also pointed that out. Raven and Beast Boy from Teen Titans and
Mm-hmm.
Robin and Starfire.
Which are, by the way, canon in the comics.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is we didn't talk about tragic romances that much either, so I'm gonna bring that up now. And what makes tragic romance appealing as well is the fact that you always have to think of what could have been if it was a well
Mhm.
written romance, for that matter, which also is the dagger twisting in your heart is that that the romance was working and then they die or one of them dies. You know,
Reminds me of
Yeah.
Plaid.
like in Clanad, Jesus.
It's,
Whew.
or
Oh
rather,
man,
it
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, or rather,
Yeah.
the romance had gone south. Case in point, going back to Anakin and Padme in the prequel trilogy.
Mm.
That and Wolf's Rain. If you count Kiva and Cheza.
Oh, but I think that's about it.
uh,
Inuyasha and Kiku.
child,
Yes, that one
child, you're
too.
correct, but my lord, that show is so soap opera. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. With their couple, they could have like had a long lasting relationship if it weren't for the manipulations of Naraku.
hmm
To be fair, to be fair, some of the stuff that happens to Inuyasha and Kagome is kind of funny.
It is. However, it is to be noted that she does use the support command on Inuyasha too much.
Yeah.
well, she is a girl. When you give a girl power, she does nothing but abuse it.
Oh,
Yes.
the part I found fun was when she ended up getting drunk.
Oh,
Breathe the
Oh Lord.
alcoholic air.
that's hilarious.
So is that all final?
Yes.
Go ahead, Dom.
Oh man, what do I begin? Well, several duos come to mind, ranging from Guts and Casca, Berserk, Blue, and Rebecca Cunningham of Tailspin
Oh,
to Batman, and Wonder Woman of DC Comics, and of course
hey you.
Lois and Clark.
Of course.
But another couple really I would actually like to mention is the elongated man and his wife Sue Dibney,
Mm-hmm.
Tragic as that is,
Sadly,
which
yeah, we don't
they
talk about
well
identity crisis with
we
that.
will
yeah
not
which
even mention it now either.
yeah because those two did not deserve that at all.
Hmm.
But moving on.
Yes, moving on. Continue, Dom, if you got more.
Well, yeah, there's Rogan Gambit. There's
Ah, duh, why has that gone over my head?
Wolverine, James Howlett, and his romance with Mitoko Yoshida, and another tragic romance, which was unfortunately as a result of interference from the publisher, Scott Scott Cyclops and Madeline Pryor.
Yeah. Wait, no, wait, I thought you meant Jean.
No, later on was Madeline Pryor, which was romance up until they decided to mandate Jean to come back, and then
Hmm.
everything
Oh.
changed after that, and that's where the start
The
of
tragedy, the tragedy.
not the tragedy, just Cyclops' dickishness began.
Uh huh.
That's where everybody that's where his character got assassinated at. Everybody like to say it happened with the whole killing of Charles Xavier. No, that shit started when he left Madeline to pursue Jean again when she came back.
Hmm.
That was the start of his assassination right there,
Yep.
Uh,
and that was the start of him being a simp for Jean, damn near decades until the pairing of him and Emma Frost, which I was I was flip flopping myself on whether I liked that pairing or hated it. Because to me, I was always a Cyclops and Jean loyalist. It never feels right when he's not with Jean, but like after so long of seeing his pratfalls, I'm like, you know something, y'all need to leave Cyclops alone. Leave him alone. Stop messing
Hmm.
with his love life. Please stop messing with his love life. Can y'all just leave his love life alone?
Right.
yeah,
Can he just be a model leader?
yeah,
Can he be a model father?
yeah. Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Like, can he at least be a dad?
Right?
They couldn't even let him be dad. They made him a deadbeat dad like his father Kazor. Of course, sorry, Corsair. Excuse me,
Corsair.
Corsair.
Which, which, with, with Corsair, like he didn't even choose, he didn't actively choose like to abandon both Scott and Alex. Like he genuinely thought they died. But only died like in the plane crash, or when he and his wife like their mom like got abducted.
My man chose to see still, even though he found out his kids lived. Now it's like, oh wow.
which was which was a which was of course like that's a which of course like as a result of the right like the writer like writing him as such, in which like logically speaking it would make sense for him to remain in contact like with his sons, and also like settle down like after like the Ken has been dethroned and Lalandra like she became like the proper ruler of the Shi'ar Empire.
Yeah.
Which, now that
and
you mention it, sorry
and,
about
and
that.
also with Corsair he did he did find a new lover.
Mhm.
And now that you mention it, now our topic of the characters, that sprung up a whole other conversation, which actually we'll talk about this in the green room, because otherwise that would just derail the whole thing.
Oh, she's in this. Sorry, I'm saying an actress that I know from another movie, and the remake to Wuthering Heights.
Hmm.
Uh,
What? Oh
Like,
man, no. Wuthering
why
Heights.
adding foreign people in
Read
these fucking all white movie stories?
read the look for those who have read Wuthering Heights. As like before, or I want to, or I've never heard of it. Read the book. Avoid the movie. That's an
okay.
I
example
don't
of
know.
how not to
Heard
do
some
an
good things
adaptation
about it.
like of a classic book.
Anyways, my turn.
Yeah.
Evie Fry
I
and Rick
actually have
O'Connor.
two more.
Motherfucker, it's my turn.
He said he got 2 more.
I don't give a damn. He ran out of time. No, I'm kidding. Go on, Don.
Sheesh.
Well, I was gonna mention just two more.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, go on, go on, go on.
Well, Ar- Arnold Schwartzman and Helko Pataki of Hey Arnold, Richter, Richter and Wolfsbane again from Marvel Comics, and how can anyone forget Green Arrow and Black Canary?
Hmm.
Who else could forget that? Besides the Huntress and the Question.
Oh yeah, no, all the definitions of an iconic couple.
Alright, now it's your turn, Wolf.
Evie Fry and Rick O'Connor.
Hey, and actually, we will see them again in a new entry of the Mummy.
I prefer not to see them again. I'm scared.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if Braden
No,
Fraser would get
my
himself
thing
back in
is
shape with it.
Rachel Weisz looking good for her age. I don't know about Brendan right now.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if he's ever gonna get himself back in shape for this movie.
I just need him to just be at least somewhat stocky. But man, whoo, my man has seen
Y-
some better days.
yeah.
But Rick O'Connor and Evie is my go-to couple every time I think of romance and good heterosexual couples that were basically opposites attract. Where he was the
Yes.
globetrotter action man and she was the wise and scholarly woman.
Librarian.
I said scholarly.
You didn't say it loud enough.
You ain't catching up.
No, no. You should have said it louder.
Whatever. There's also Uh, wow. Not why am I the one who's blanking? I usually rapid fire this shit.
Welcome to my
I say
world.
I say Evie Fry,
Yes,
right? Tarzan and Jane from Disney's Tarzan.
Yes.
Hmm.
and they are an actual couple in the books.
Yes, of course. But man, just love their on-screen chemistry in the cartoon.
I did too. Yes, that's a good choice.
Especially when he tickles her feet. Tarzan is a foot fetisher.
Yeah, and I'd say one of my favorite episodes from the anime series is Tarzan at meeting his creator, Edgar Rice Burroughs.
My favorite was the one where he almost lost.
Yeah, I recall that one.
Clayton's
I
sister.
I like
Yeah,
when he met
no,
Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, I love it. I
I
love
remember that one.
episode too. But my favorite was always the one where he almost lost. Not saying the other episodes weren't bad because he always win. It's just that episode was just like the highlight episode within that series
Over,
because
oh, very much.
that was the first time he almost lost, and my lord, Clayton's sister was a force to be reckoned with.
No, she.
She was not fucking around.
Oh no, she was not holding anything back. And what really worked for the animated series was they were actually adapting more of Burroughs' materials, like for Tarzan.
But I also have to mention, as I mentioned earlier, Han and Leia. I always love those two. That was when the bad boy was getting the most love and play in those times. Even though Leia doesn't like the bad boy, she likes the good boy. She loves good
She
ass,
just
not badass. She
she
loves
just
good
mentioned
little
Han and
two shoes,
Leia.
good little two
Yes,
shoes, good
I
little
meant
two shoes. I
I
know,
meant, but I like
Conan and the
Han.
Pirate Queen. Oh, that was
I
a
know you like
classic.
Han, but I know you don't like the bad boys. You like good ass, not badass. You like good little two shoes, good little two shoes, good little. Nobody knows I getting the reference except for Dom. That's from Army of Darkness. Y'all disappoint me except for Dom. Dom, you don't even get no points for knowing that shit. We're just kin folk like that. Speaking of Ash, definitely
Oh, that's what you're referring to.
yeah, Army of Darkness.
Yes.
You're good ass, and I'm badass. Give me some sugar, baby. Again, I will never, ever for the life of me understand how people hate that movie. Army of Darkness was my introduction to Evil Dead. And that's probably why I like it so much. Because of how that shit insane that movie is. But I don't think Ash ever had a stable girlfriend or a stable love life. So I'll have to scratch him off the equation on that one. Because he does have a girlfriend, but she's dead.
Unfortunately,
Ouch.
Twice even. Two of his girlfriends died in two movies.
not just girlfriend, but he lost his sister as well as his friends.
Hmm.
Oh, darn. That guy's gone through hell and back, hasn't he?
Yes, yes, he
This
has.
one, this one though, brief. Hicks and Ripley from Aliens. It wasn't really a full blown romance, but it was a growing romance.
Mm.
Daryl Hicks, Corporal Daryl Hicks.
Mm.
Finally, you watched the movie.
I know.
Now, what about Roger, Roger and his lady, Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, I count them too. Roger and Jessica, definitely.
Yeah, and they
So
remain
when I
one
was
of the
young,
they remain one of the best couples in fiction.
though, when I was young, I was hoping Eddie and Jessica would end up together, which was hilarious. Now, if I want to go, definitely any couple from Cobra Kai because somehow they made those couples work.
Hmm.
especially my top favorite. All the couplings, my top favorite, Chosen and what's her face, the Korean.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
That that I did not see coming.
I did not see that coming either.
That's the reason why it's my top, because I was like, oh my lord, the Crystal Lady was definitely, bro. I was hoping he was going to get with the Crystal Lady, and she wasn't too bad. I mean, she was sticking the right places, said the right things, had the nice looking eyes. I was like Chosen, you better tap that before you move back to Okinawa or something. Take her back to Okinawa or something. But then when he got with what's her face, the Korean girl, I was like, oh damn, he making he making interracial relations. He making world peace here. You know Koreans don't have nice things to say about the Japanese.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that a Japanese is hooking up with a South Korean, like Jesus.
Ooh, interesting.
Right?
Like, wow.
And
Chosen.
well, one of my actually one of my favorite pairings like from Cobra Kai like is Dimitri with I should not be blanking on the popular girl's name,
Moon.
but she
Oh,
went
that's
through like a good but she went through a good amount of character growth and they work
and
as an
Kendall
opposite attractive couple.
or Jewel, or Kendall. Oh, I should not be blanking on her name too. But that's the fault of the show. They don't really show her that much, like they should.
Yeah.
I was,
And
dude. You know who I was hoping he would have got with though?
who?
Who I was hoping he would have got with? Aisha.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was hoping Dimitri would have got with Aisha.
Hmm.
It's sad that her actress had to leave the show for whatever reason. I don't even know what reason now, because they say she left because she was working on her health, but when she came back, or at least I'm guessing this episode was filmed before her departure. She was her usual regular size now, because I'm like there was pictures of her floating around where she had lost a lot of weight, you know.
Yeah, I saw that. And I'm like, wow, she was serious about
Yeah,
like taking care of her health. Oh, and has slimmed down well.
the Demetrius girl is Yasmin.
Yeah, Yasmin.
But yeah,
And
Chosen, and what's her name? Can't forgot, man. I forgot her name. That pairing was out of nowhere, and I was here for it. I was so here for it.
yeah. And I think another good couple is Hawk and Yasmin's friend. Like, and while she may actually and while she feels like has the characteristics of a hippie, she's a good hippie.
I don't even think she even believes that she's a hippie. I think she just joined that shit just for shits and giggles. She wasn't really the brightest out of their group.
But she does have a good heart.
She does have a good heart, but she was not bright.
Yeah, she's not.
That's not an attack on her character. Just stating the
It,
fact.
it, it, yeah, it's just her one of her characteristics.
She was you know
And
she
of,
was
and of, and
to
of course,
her credit. To her credit, hang on down. To her credit, she was really trying to find. She was really trying to find herself, find
which is
her
that
place.
which was actually which is realistic,
Mm-hmm.
and not like how a majority of today's quote unquote creators write characters of finding themselves.
She left because she allegedly wanted to keep the weight. Okay.
Um.
But to brief, for
That sounds
hey,
sus.
yes, like how Roger and Jessica Leonard in the book is different, but because like because the movie is actually a case where the adaptation is better than the source material because it improved upon it. The author was so impressed he made a sequel made a sequel to the book, which is more in line with the movie.
Oh my lord, Don, you just giving information that people didn't even ask for.
Okay.
Why? He's like Philip from Kamen Rider Double. He has a whole archive in his head.
Nah, he just asked Jeeves that just gives you information that you didn't even ask for.
Like Grok?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I called Philip from Kamen Rider Double. He has an archive in his head.
No, he's basically D from Magic School Bus. According to my research, what's the name?
Uh,
D.
I think so.
They call her D, but I think it's Diane. But my lord, he be killing me with that shit, man. It's like I understand he's trying to advertise shit that people may look into, but like time and place, Dom. Damn. Touch on that when we talk about Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Dorothy Ann.
Thank you, Dorothy Ann. Wait, Dorothy Ann was the brunette in the red dress, right?
Good question.
I gotta watch Magic School Bus again. My lord. I'm looking up the Cobra Kai character so I can get her name right because I don't want to call her Korean bitch. I want to put some respect in her name.
Sorry.
What you laughing about?
I was just thinking it wouldn't be a Wolfton Spacey podcast without a Wolfton Spacey innuendo.
What?
Nothing.
Her name is Kim. Her name is Kim Dae-un.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course.
It's sad that there was some conflict between her and what's his face, Kreese, during the
What between her and Martin Cove?
something had cropped up after the show had wrapped up.
Really? Oh, that's only new information.
Well, I hope they reconcile because he did apologize.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, another couple. Come on. How can we not forget Johnny and his lady?
Yes, Carmen. Like I said, I put Kim, yeah, Kim and Chosen's relationship up top because again, that was unexpected.
Expected, yet it worked out for the both of them.
Mm-hmm. Made her rethink her position on the strike first, strike hard.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf replaces Miss Frizzle. Hey, kids, get in the bus and shut up.
Hey, what? Remember earlier I brought up the fact that the author of the original book actually changed the setting where it's more like the movies. So
Oh my lord,
Roger and
child!
just
Really?
kept calling Dragon
Ain't Chinese.
You all look alike. As Carter would say, you all look alike.
Oh, y'all look like you say it right, man.
Just Don with his voice crack, like, you don't look alike!
Oh, y'all look alike.
And that line is still hilarious.
Sheesh.
I still would like. I'm still questioning what would possess Cove to bite Kim on her arm like that. Anyways, we'll talk about that when we speak on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, but other than that, I think we've listed about everything on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No, I will also bring
before
up Andy and Miriam.
hey,
Mmm.
and the two of them, so like were able to receive their happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
And no, we don't ever talk about Dial of Destiny. or diarrhea of destiny, as JJ Plagiarism would call it.
Oh, that's a good one, and it's fitting.
Yeah, but anyway,
But before we even close off, oh, like, what are your hopes? Because we are still going through a return to form within our culture. As the healing is slow, but things are getting better. So what are your hopes for the future of proper romance coming back into the forefront?
Mm, that's a good question.
Uh, more a variety of more stories out.
Well, the thing is, we are kind of slowly getting back to a return to form. Um, it's not gonna come easy. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not even gonna just magically appear as much as we would want it to be. It's gonna be a slow return, obviously, because we are definitely getting brand new couplings in media. You feel me? We are definitely
yes,
Mhm.
we're definitely getting that back. As Dom mentioned earlier in the stream, um, uh, Rumi and Janu are definitely the outliers. So one of these days we might get some consistency coming in from that. Like a lot of people are really reeling over that. There's a lot of fan works and fan art. I'm really unsurprised that a lot of artists often are doing a lot to push that along. Um, there was this recent uproar, not uproar, but celebration of Cloud and Tifa
Hey,
yes,
in a way, professing their love in a way, depending on how you play your cards within Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth.
Ooh.
no, no. On one hand, it is still good. Yet, however, depending on how you
My crit.
feel about remake and rebirth,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
look, we know objectively it's not the best, but I will say like how the romance between Cloud and Tifa is handled, that is a redeeming quality that can be counted on.
I'm just saying, my criticism is a little bit aside. Yeah, that's again, it depends, and people can have it both ways. People can warm up to Aerith and Cloud, which is honestly not my cup of tea,
yeah,
but it is
Because
kind of,
because Air,
but it is definitely kind of cute from an outwardly perspective. And mind you, it was almost thought to be on everybody's first experience of that game when it first released.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Because then
let's not
again, even
let's
in
not beat
the
around the bush on that one.
yeah, because
yeah,
even then in the original, that was done to even set up mystery for Cloud as it's set up later.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Which we're not
Even
gonna
though
get. We're not gonna.
even though like Aerith and Zack like works more like as a couple.
Well, they're the
Yeah,
they're the actual couple.
Well, yeah, they
That's
are.
yeah,
already
All
established.
right,
yeah. Because
and of course, like since you mentioned fan works and fan arts, there are even times in fan works and fan arts where the authors or the artists like have like Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith in a three relationship.
Ew.
yeah,
Hey,
Look,
look. I'm just saying, like they're out there, but however,
look. Let me
there's
enjoy
still
my
there's still
fiction on
artwork.
my own
However, there are
time.
still
I'm not
artworks.
anti that shit in
But
any way, shape,
nonetheless,
or
there are quality fan works and fan arts
I
of Final
know. We
Fantasy
know.
out
We
there,
know.
not just for seven,
Motherfucker, we
and
know.
there are quality ones for between Cloud and Tifa and Aerith and Zack.
Well, we know all of them have
but
feet pics.
It's weird, but
Don't have
yeah.
to look it
I'd
up to
be
know that.
I'd be fine with that if that was just like a double date thing. But
it's
having that is just no.
it's a weird thing, but it comes with the fandom. I'm pretty much used
Yeah,
to that shit.
yeah.
So I've been used to that shit since the DeviantArt days.
Well,
That's
Back
the
when
well,
light
DeviantArt
stuff.
was cool.
well, because
Polite, you say?
I said,
Well, are you sure you want to know?
Point taken.
I'm just saying, stuff like this was existing back when DeviantArt and any other art site was. Ugh.
Yeah.
It still shows it.
It
Yeah.
does, but I mean, they quieted it down
Just
since. Well, have they quieted it down ever? I don't think so. I think they got even louder ever
Nope.
since the Rebirth came out.
Hmm.
Because
not.
my thing,
They would just keep going with everything.
It
well,
just goes
again,
up somewhere else.
at the time when 15 came along, it was 15 was the domineering fandom thing.
Mm.
Oh, wait, was it 15?
Yeah.
What about 13?
I mean, 13. There'd be some spots. It's pretty spotty when it comes to Final Fantasy 13.
13 was more conservative on their
Yeah.
fandom. They weren't really there's barely any I wouldn't from where I was standing on that phenomenon. You know, the stuff came after it wrapped up. To be honest, all the weird stuff surrounding 13 came after it wrapped up. It didn't come during during the trilogy's inception.
Mm.
Because once that series was done, that's when they start popping in the fan works and stuff and the weird pairings. I mean,
Mm.
I rarely even saw any like really like outrageous pairings like Zaz probably paired up with Vanilla, which would be really creepy.
No,
Yeah. It's
no,
just no.
no.
Yeah, Vanilla's way too young for that.
My thing
No.
I
Yeah.
is you have to appreciate the fandom for not doing that for showing some restraint.
I
Hmm.
just remember the one time they cracked down on the Rule 34 was Uma Musume. That's because most of the characters are based on real horses, and oh boy, horse
Oh
owners are
no.
very protective of what they consider their child.
I believe it.
But the thing is, yeah, yeah, 13's works came after it was done. You got some in betweens here and there, but like that shit skyrocketed after it was done. 15 became domineering after a while though,
Huh.
because there was
I, c-
like,
I can see
well,
that.
all the yaoi girls went crazy over the
Oh,
boys.
dang it. Why is it
Yeah.
always those
Mhm,
shippers?
Eh.
mhm. Because
Every
the
time.
main characters was a huge ass boy band.
Yeah.
So
And it's already. I'm
when
already
that
getting sick and tired of that joke already.
bef-
Eh.
right after 13 was canned and rebranded to 15. Like before that, a lot of Noxus cosplays of its original design 13 were flooded, right?
Yeah.
As soon as
Hmm.
15 rebranded and they showed many other characters, including Prompto along with Ignis, like, whoo, they went crazy. Boy, did they went
Yeah.
crazy. And
Yeah.
after that game was wrapping up, whoo, boy, you ain't up to your neck, you up to your head in that fandom.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Yes.
And the
Ugh.
shipping was wild. Oh boy,
Oh.
I could count on hand. Though my
So,
favorite will always be Prompto and Ariania. That's my
You mean
favorite pairing.
Ignis and Ariana?
No,
No? Oh.
they always ship Prompto with her
I thought it was
because of
always with
episode. No, because it's because of
Oh,
episode Prompto.
that's right.
Ever since that episode came out, there was huge fan art shipping of those two, and it's mostly her just being motherly to him. Majority of the time, it was her being motherly to him, not really a romantic thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just telling you the nature of some of these pairings. Usually when it was Prompto and Ariana, it was it was more of a motherly sisterly thing at times. But
I get it.
when it came down to Ignis, however, I think they paired him up with Gladio.
Oh God.
Did
Which was
Um,
someone
wait,
unleash
interesting.
the horny dogs of war on the horn dogs?
now remind me again who's Gladio?
He's Gladio. He
The
was
big dude.
yeah, he was Noctis's original protector when he was a kid.
No,
Wait,
he still is his protector.
wait,
He's
why would
he's
people
a
want?
shield.
Yes.
Why would you ship
Why
someone
would
like
people
that
want
with what
to?
is basically his dad?
Right?
No, they shipped
Yeah.
him with they shipped Gladio with Ignis. And I'll tell
Yeah.
you why. Let me tell you why they did it, why they do it. Because Leia's the only one lost here.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a video
Continue.
game. It's a video
Oh,
game,
okay.
but she got her popcorn ready though. I know that for sure. She has a popcorn like, keep talking. This is some juicy stuff. I didn't even know you youngins are this wild. I mean, I heard y'all wild, but wow, I didn't think y'all were this wild. No, but the reason why they shipped Gladio with Ignis because there was a section where now this part of the game don't get talked about until episode Ignis, and this come after the Leviathan fight, and when Noctis reunites with his group, Ignis is blind, and throughout that whole section, you have to press on, but Ignis falls behind, and when Ignis falls behind, Gladio carries him through majority of the section after that. So if you stray too far, you hear Gladio say, "Hey, slow down. Remember, Ignis can't see. Hey, don't stray too far. Slow down."
He's a C9 dog.
So
Pretty much.
that's the whole reason is because of him carrying Ignis after he became blind.
That's one of the reasons, but yeah.
Oh
Like,
God. Where's the more of this?
Well, the thing, I'm just saying, I just know the nature of people and why they do the things that they do. Sometimes they tend to see things like that, and they put it into art form, and I get
dude.
it. It's weird. It's weird. I know, but I get it. I get why they do it. I get why they ship Pronto with Ariana because of episode Ariana. I get why they ship sometimes Noctis and Pronto because, well, they don't have an episode between those two. Their chemistry is just high, and it's not really a gay thing. It's more obviously a friendship brotherly thing.
Yeah.
But you know,
Because that's like the whole because that's the whole thing about Final Fantasy 15 is that these guys have known each other for so long they feel like brothers.
But my thing is the reason why they always ship those two for obvious reasons. The same way they ship Sora and Riku. They tend to mostly women tend to see their friendship as a romance. It's weird with I need somebody who can explain it way better than I can. Like Catherine. I hope she's doing well, but I would love to have her on here so we can talk about this shit.
Oh man,
Cause
look, I've seen this happen before for this type of thing like within the Bleach fandom, and
Oh Lord,
it's always the female fans that somehow want to ship Madarame Ikaku and Yumichiga together, even though the guys have a brotherly relationship, like in their close friendship. They see each other
I
as
don't know, man.
brothers.
They always look gay together.
Yeah, weirdest ship would be Byakuya and Renji.
No, no,
Nah,
no.
man.
I just,
Nah, man. I'm about to agree with them on this one. Ikaku and Baldy Boy, they pretty gay. I'm about to agree with the shippers on this one.
no, man.
No, I
No.
believe them.
No,
I believe them.
No.
no, they are not. No, they are not. They're not gay.
I
They are
think
straight.
I
that
know
There's
they're
an
not,
was
edit.
but they might as
open
well
to
be.
interpretation.
A very twisted one.
My thing is they're not, but they might as well be. With the way how they mess with
Uh,
each other and shit, and how they be acting around each other, it's like they motherfuckers might as well be gay for each other. They're
No,
mostly
look,
the Boca Skull of the Soul Society, but man, oh man, it's like yeah,
and that's like,
this time I agree with the shippers on this one.
It was kind of funny seeing Ichigo laugh at Ikaku in a wig.
Mm-hmm. Dare I say,
yeah.
even Drunken Boy and Snow Hair Boy
Wait,
might
you
as well
took
be gay
Katake
for
and
each other.
Shunsui? No,
I
that
know they're
I
they're
know.
drinking
That's
brothers.
much like Ikaku and Yuichika.
I'm just
You know,
saying,
like they're not.
like I call them drinking friends, but man, they might as well be gay for each other. They got the same fucking fighting style half the time. It's like shit,
Look,
y'all pretty much crossing the swords on this one.
look, child of
Isn't
flower.
one
We
of the famous
about the Sasuke Naruto shipper.
oh God.
like Sasuke and
God
We know,
Naruto
damn.
shippers? Yeah,
we know who the
yeah.
actual couples are, but again, with these two Joshis,
I
they
don't even
cannot
agree with
help
the
it.
except
They
for
cannot help
Hinata.
somehow. They cannot help it. Oh, pairing straight characters and somehow making them a type of gay. Like, no, what's the matter with you
Why
people?
not?
Calm
No, my
down.
thing is, were you guys there for when they were doing the shipping wars in Naruto before everybody got paired up?
It was kind of funny.
That
It was
shit was
fun.
Honestly,
hilarious.
It was fun.
the
It
one
was
my
funny.
friends and I paid attention to was all the girls going after Sasuke. It was like a harem comedy.
I remember
Now, my
that
thing
too.
is, out in the fandom, was y'all there when the shipping wars were happening?
I was
There was a
I was there.
lot. There was
I
a
was there.
lot of characters.
I was there was there as an observer, laughing, but also cringing at the shippers like during that war. Like,
My favorite was Choji and Hinata. Somebody should somebody should Hinata with Choji one time. I was like, what the fuck?
I remember hearing about that, and both mentioned, wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
I got to see some of the Ruby shipping. I did one piece of fan art, and someone's like, "Oh, someone shipped Winter with the dog." And I'm like,
Oh no.
eh,
Man,
"You don't have to say anything. All you have to do is have them in a tender moment." And
Somehow,
The Ruby shipping is
oh, dude,
disappointing me.
no. That was.
Nah, the Ruby shipping is disappointing me. They didn't go far enough. Like the Final Fantasy shipping,
You would.
and the Naruto shipping, and the Bleach shipping, even the joke. They didn't. Man, I was like, homie, y'all ain't going far
You
enough.
didn't go that far.
Y'all
you
so fucking
wanted him to
green.
go Sonic fandom far enough?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
If that's how you want to classify how high shipping can get weird, yeah. I was hoping that
One where the
like
shippers
the
threatened the
No.
showrunners on Twitter. Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda.
Yes, and even yes, like they did do. Yes, they that did happen. The shippers actually threatened the showrunners like of
see that's why I call
Ruby,
them.
as well as which also like hurt like the friendship between Blake and Yang, because there were never a type of gay to begin with at all.
Well, the
It's
thing
kind
that's
of a dumb one, actually. The Bumblebee one's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
because like that didn't make sense, because like the relationship before they decided to bend the knee to the mob. Like they just have like a
I ain't talking
Shoot,
about all
that.
that.
Blake
I'm talking about
was
the
more fun with the monkey.
So Wukong, yeah. See, like I see them like as a couple, couple because they have chemistry.
And that is
Because
why I call them weak. That is why I
yeah,
call Ruby shippers weak
and
in
with
comparison to
yeah.
any fandom that came before that did the shipping wars. They are the weakest at shipping. It's like y'all ain't going far enough.
Yeah,
It's
the
like I
craziest part is they wanted to make their ships canon instead of just making their own horny stuff.
see that's the
Right?
thing. Like the
Whenever
show imitated the shipping wars, and I was like, see, that's where y'all weak. If y'all, it that's why I say the shipping is weak because the shipping is not supposed to affect the showrunners or affect
see
the story itself.
exactly.
That's the beauty of the shipping in previous fandoms. They can that's the beauty of shipping. It's like you can do these pairings, but by no means does it hurt the overall story because the story is going to go the way how the show runners want to go. Period.
Oh
So
heck,
I would not have cared if Sam and Miguel would not have gotten back together in Cobra Kai, but they did anyways, right?
oh heck, in the Bleach one, I thought it was pretty cool that Renji actually got to be with Rukia.
hmm
Yeah,
Because
but
they are childhood friends.
well,
Friends.
my thing is
And
this. Again, my thing is this: Cobra Kai paired their characters up really well,
hmm
where it would have made sense regardless of who they end up with, except for maybe Devin and possibly Robbie. That would not have made sense at all. Fuck that noise. But my thing is, like I said, the shipping it does not affect the series.
hmm
Whereas Ruby's their shipping affect the damn series. I was like, y'all some weak motherfuckers. Y'all can't even stand to watch a show and let the show just be and let your parents pair as the writers intended them to do. So y'all weak.
Oh man.
Y'all have control over how characters get together. Then y'all are a weak shipping group because y'all ain't supposed to affect shit.
That's
Like
right.
that's the beauty of it. We're supposed to get mad. We are supposed to get mad and not get what we want.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
We ain't supposed to always get what we want.
yeah. Yeah. If you're a professional creator, like that is like one of the important lessons.
as a
I'm getting.
wise man once put it, treat each rejection as a victory.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Let me stop. I'm getting tired now.
I mean, we can't
Yeah,
we
because
can't
this
touch.
conversation has gone on for so long.
Well, I mean,
At least I hope you
well,
enjoyed yourself, final. At least you learned
well,
something tonight.
And
I mean,
I learned one thing. Shippers, I don't even want to be a part of those guys.
yeah.
You shouldn't be anyways. You're a very intelligent man, so that's the smartest thing you could ever do.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
mean,
fun to watch. Trust
yeah,
me,
well, we can see.
Fun.
dude.
We can
I'm
fun.
I'm dead serious. It is fun. It was fun for me back in high school. It was fun for me back in college, dude. Bro? If you sit around with women long enough, bro, they are just as nasty as we are.
They
At,
are.
at time,
They can
you
be.
know, you know what we boys talked about when it came down to fandom? Which female character was the highest, and
Yes.
which one we would wife? These broads, who would they marry these other guys to another guy? That
the
was eye opening for me.
the
Right.
some of the best anatomy tutorials for the carpet and the drapes have been done by women, and they have figured out how to sneak them past the YouTube censors.
Oh my lord!
What?
Yeesh.
That's
You
one thing
gotta
I
be
gotta appreciate with women, how clever they can really be when they choose to be at the wrong time,
wrong time.
and it's fascinating.
It
I like how
is.
Dom just actually made a wolf impression saying at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm. Because he is punctuating for emphasis. Because again, we are OGs to this shit. We lived through this shit. We witnessed this shit, and it
We,
was fun back in them days.
we, I could see us I still like continuing this conversation like in the next hangout stream, because if we even start talking about the shippers of from the My Hero Academia fandom, we just gotta stop
Oh
this here.
Oh, they
God.
weak too.
Yeah,
They
we
they they,
just
they
no.
some weak motherfuckers too. They ain't
And
shit.
even the Overwatch fandom was pretty
Oh
good
no.
and
Oh
They ain't
stuff.
no.
shit either.
Oh,
I know.
no.
Hey, look, they're not crap
No.
either, but still,
You
like
you
that's the
guys
next.
can you can ask.
They fall into the same trajectory like as Ruby, like after Monty's
Yeah.
death.
No, my thing
That's
is, you can name
sad.
me just about any fandom. I could probably tell you which one was strong and which one was weak. And I'll tell you, Overwatch fandom weak, My Hero Academia fandom weak, Ruby fandom weak, and I'm talking about the shippers in the fandom. Mind you,
So,
everybody who's
which
listening,
shippers are the strongest?
Bleach, Dragon Ball, Ronin Warriors, Gundam, especially Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Gundam is wild with their shipping. Wild. Very wild. And
It
they don't
is.
hold back.
It is 12:20 time, not 9 Mountain Standard Time right now.
I know.
Final.
I'm gonna speed through this. Final Fantasy, as we
Is
said before,
it?
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is the top though. Because they wild. They're really wild. Oh
Oh
Lord, they are
gosh,
wild.
and they have all of Final Fantasy and Disney.
Oh boy, yes. Yet,
I've seen some
yet,
stuff, man.
yet somehow, like any, yet, like any, almost like briefly, like because it's connected to with with the fandom, like of Final Fantasy, especially with shippers. There's whenever they do like fan art or fan work of a polyamorous relationship
I
between Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, that's like tame
I
compared
have
to
the
the other ones.
ultimate ship wars that tops every single ship wars that has ever existed. I will not believe which one is it.
It's not Twilight, is it?
No,
Kira?
no. You ready? Y'all ready?
Lay it on
Release it.
us.
Fasten your seatbelts. Fist of the North Star.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
Wait,
Fist of the North Star shipping is
no,
real.
no
and
way.
guys, and lots
It
of
is
times, yes, I
real.
can see how that can be
But
real.
Grant, like this is North Star. It's like martial arts fantasy adventure, and
Fist of the North
there's a
Star
romance. But I did not even
has
know there was even.
shippers.
I did not even know the fandom even has shippers.
That's why it's a top. Because nobody knows that Fist of the North Star has shippers. Especially Baki and King and Ashura, but no, Fist of the North Star reigns supreme because that's the first. And I was shocked. I was like, oh Lord, have mercy.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I cannot not imagine how many yaoi fangirl shippers are there.
I think it's the boys that did this one.
A whole
That's even worse.
ecosystem.
That large
Fascinating.
So I thank everybody for being here. Those three of you so far. And those nonsense, wow, those nonsense motherfuckers that keep shipping us around. I know y'all shipping us together. Somehow, some way y'all shipping us.
Oh God, don't even get
That
me
keep
started on
popping in and
that.
out.
Don't start.
Don't even start that.
Thank you for showing up and enjoying. Hopefully, we haven't been all over the place enough for you guys to understand the basics of what makes a good romance in a story, or at least what our criteria or our expectations of what romance should be going into any medium, book, movie, cartoon, what have you, video game even, but what have you. So tune in this week. We got some stuff going on. We still got the Speaking of Valentine's, we're going to be we're definitely going to be taking a look at the very mech anime that is built on almost Valentine's. That is almost built on love. And it's not Eureka 7, it's Vandred. Lord have mercy.
He's
I
not
don't know
wrong.
how we're gonna tackle this one because I know y'all gonna have some words for this one, and y'all gonna look at
I
me
wonder how
all
far
funny
the
like,
Android
and
shifters go.
y'all gonna look at me funny like as if to say, "What the hell did you subjected us to, Wolf? Why couldn't it not be Eureka 7, a story about love?"
Why is it the way you just explained it, you made Vandred sound horny?
Don't say it, Dom. Don't even say it.
I'm not saying anything.
Good. Because I saw your mouth shut if you did. I'm gonna let you find that out, Humble.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you find. I'm gonna let you take a look see on that one, cause
At
yeah.
least it was not Rent a Girlfriend. There's probably stuff that's worse than Rent a Girlfriend.
At least it's not My Sassy Girlfriend.
Yours
That
is-
one Korean comic that masquerades as a manga. Ooh,
Oh,
boy,
I know
that.
which one you're referring to.
Oh man, we gotta talk about that
Like,
on
if you
manga
want,
studies
like
or
for
book studies.
anyone that, like for anyone that wants like quality romance, look towards the east because there's manga and manhwa. They're still taking like Western comics as lunch money.
There I
Well,
said, My
my
Sassy Girlfriend's Love Hina done right. And yes, I said that.
Okay.
It's Love Hina done right. Even though it was a limited series.
he's not wrong.
I didn't even bring up Peach Girl. Jesus.
Yeah, or actually, but this is a new manga series. It's very wholesome. It's called Hokkaido Girls are super adorable.
Coming in
Essentially,
March.
it tells the story of a city
Uh-huh.
boy who moves into Hokkaido and he falls in love with the Gyadu who lives in Hokkaido.
If you
Look,
want
man.
a story with pure gremlin energy, the world's greatest real estate developer.
Uh-uh. The best romance story is Goblin Slayer. We all know that. And
And
don't y'all ever forget that. That is the best romance story ever written.
uh,
Same with
well,
Berserk.
all right. Well, yeah. No, I mean, no one will argue against that. But well, I guess guess besides Vendred, depending on how things turn out, for next Thursday, there is fan work book club for Dragon Ball Gine. Gine, and we'll be covering chapters 13 through 15.
How
Like
many chapters are there
again,
left?
it's ongoing,
Dude, it's
and
Oh
ongoing.
shit! What?
and
You might have
currently
to,
it's at
you might have to
76 chapters.
you might have to solo that one.
Damn.
Sweet.
Sheesh.
Either you solo that one or we just have to do something differently with that one because I don't know. We'll talk about it in private. Uh we're definitely gonna be talking some more Super Robot come up in March. We're gonna try again for Voltron. Rejoice, Leia. You can smile now. The one anime that she watched that she didn't even know was an anime, but she actually enjoyed.
That's true. Didn't know it was anime, but I did enjoy it.
And we got some movie spotlights coming up. I got to decide on what it is that we're gonna be watching and talking about. But movie spotlights are coming back, and that's it. The
What about
Warrior of
manga
Light.
studies?
Shut up. Oh, speaking of manga studies, yeah, y'all, you guys have voted. We will continue Dorohedoro
Nice.
Woohoo!
somewhere in summer.
Oh, even better.
Oh, just in time because that's around the time when the show comes back too.
Really?
Are you
Then?
serious?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thinkable
Well,
time.
that gives me extra time to catch up with the manga.
The
Yay!
Warrior of Light Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with family and friends. And make sure to ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
The lovely Leia Valley plus size.
Hello, everybody. This is Lev Plus Ice, your lovely lady of valor, and thank you so much for joining us in this Valentine's Day romance love discussion. If you have any favorite couples or romantic stories from books, novels, or video games that you like, please leave it in the comments below. I'm sure Wolf will very much appreciate it. And since this was a Valentine's Day theme, I will just say this: Iliana Milani, we love you as fans. Do not let one loss define you as a man as your career. You are still one of the best skaters in the world. You're my favorite skater. I can't wait to see you skate in May. You're my young man crush. Love you very much. So
Aw.
get on your feet and get back out there and skate because we fans love you very much.
It means she wants to adopt you.
Oh, come on. Who isn't amazed by the Quiet God?
And thanks to Leia, color me
Love
that man too. That man is beautiful. Leia, you didn't tell me that man was beautiful.
He is beautiful.
Look at that Alex Summers hair he's sporting from X-Men First Class. And that monkey flipping he doing.
Oh God, you have you seen him skate? I gotta put
Yes,
some
I've
video.
seen him skate
Oh,
3
and he-
times already. 5
Love-
if you count the repeats.
Yeah,
It's like, man,
he is
I was like, let me
beautiful.
check out what Leia's been gushing on because I know I'm in for a treat. Oh my Lord. Look at this squirrely of a man on this ice. This man doing a power slide on his knees. He doing those spins. He twirling in the air almost in suspended animation. Then he do a single leg backflip and land on one leg.
Yeah.
He might as well be doing capoeira on the skate rink. Go on with your bad self, Ilian. Go on with your bad self. And he humble and humility too. Oh
Yes.
man.
Yeah. Yes.
Perfect package.
Perfect.
The
package.
Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in tonight's episode of the Real Millennials. Make sure you stay tuned for again, depending on how things turned out, next Thursday's episode of the Real Millennials, and future episodes to come. And hopefully, all of you, are having a pleasant Valentine's Day with your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or even with family members, just to celebrate this romantic day and month. Until then, this is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell, signing off. And remember, keep up the good fight and maintaining hope, idealism, and optimism alive in the world. Because remember, cynicism and nihilism are for losers. Hope you all have a good rest of your night.
The Humbles of Riders, Humble Marty.
Hello, I am Humble Marty. Thank you for listening to me rattle my neck off. And I hope you guys have a lovely Valentine's Day, whether it's St. Valentine's Day, regular Valentine's Day, or just paying some money at a local zoo to name a cockroach after your ex and watch an animal eat it.
I think this is the most we got of her tonight for the first time ever.
That's true.
Usually she just be sitting in a corner and writing her books.
Guilty.
Innocent. I'd rather she be productive. This is your welcome and to remind you guys once again, you are the UN Space Sea. Welcome to Wolfly, and let me climb my stinking ass into the shower.